man. It's episode 419 of the Rise and Grind podcast. I'm Roderick.
I'm Cari. We back in the building.
Those extra FX. That's that Iceman energy. We just unfroze. Yeah. We just unfroze over the weekend.
Niggas is stalled out.
Yeah. Hey.
That shit sound crazy.
Yeah, niggas just thawed out over the weekend. That's crazy. Yeah, we've been in the freezer. Yeah, I don't even want to see shit cold. I just got warm.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh man, how's your weekend been?
Man, pretty solid, bro. Had a pretty fun weekend. Had to change some things around. Obviously, on Saturday we'll talk about that. I'm sure in a second. But, but yeah, I had a good weekend, man. A good, still productive weekend. Got some things done. Got to spend some time with my lady. Got to relax. So yeah, pretty good weekend. How about yourself?
I can't complain about the weekend at all. Yeah, I don't know when you want to start going into stuff, but
yeah, we can now.
Yeah.
I was just trying to say how I was feeling first. So if you want to say how you feeling and go into it, go ahead.
Yeah, I feel absolutely amazing. I feel kind of the same way. Did the same things that you did. Take a breath, relax, chill with my girl, enjoy home a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Friday was a cooler night. I can't even remember what I got into, but I don't think I was at home. I can't remember. But let me rewind. We'll start Thursday. Bible study with the guys. Jordan hosted Bible study this month. Yep. Hell of a time, man.
Yep. Shout out Jay Help.
After that, or let's back up even more. Last pod before, something like that. Somewhere in the last 3 pods, Cari mentioned the fact that he did want to have some sort of a listening party for when Iceman released. So I hadn't heard anything, and we got to maybe like Thursday afternoon-ish, and I was like, you know what? Let's instigate. I was like, let's instigate just a little bit. I wasn't even whole serious. I was just trying to see, like, let me check the temperature.
Right.
And I sent a message to the group. I was like, hey, Cari, you having a listening party? Cari, or there were probably a couple of eyes that reacted. And then Cari replied with a voice note letting everybody know, like, yo, it's real. It's up. We really doing this. And I was like, oh, yes. So this was actually the first time the guys kind of had a listening party for a big release.
Yeah.
I can't, or any release at all. I can't really think of, unless we live together, being here listening to an album that released.
Yeah, I think that was the last time for sure we were together.
Yeah.
I remember us doing one for off season when Cole dropped.
Did we?
We kind of just sat around in a circle, but
okay.
I mean, it was just us. But yeah, that's the one I remember the most. We probably had something after that, obviously, because off season was 4 years ago, 5 years ago. But yeah, I think that's the last one I remember, just like a setting like that where you said it was all the guys and stuff.
Okay. But nevertheless, we did the same thing this time for Iceman. When I came in, like, these niggas were like resisting watching the live stream. Like, Cari knew, I guess, and I was skeptical whether or not the videos and music on the live stream would be the album, and he was kind of trying to preserve the album being the album. But I was like, nah, fuck it, let's put it on. We put the live stream on, and I'll get into how we felt about the live stream in a bit, but we did watch that. Good time here. I brought a little food through. I brought a little something else through. I brought some party favors. Yeah. I brought some
favors.
Yeah, I brought some party favors with me. And we had a good time.
For sure.
Friday, short little day. Like I said, I can't really remember everything I got into on Friday, but I can't remember being at home. Saturday was a cool day, but at the same time, like, I was a little bit irritated, and I'll tell you why. So I got up in the morning, and I was like, you know what? We got a photo shoot for the pod to do and some work to get in business-wise. Let me go get a fade. So I hit our barber up. I didn't have a fade scheduled. I hit him up like, hey, what time are you getting in? I just need to get in out real quick. I ain't going to take too much time. He hit me. He lives, or he cuts 5 minutes from my house. Less, honestly. So I pulled up. I did have a little trouble there because I left my wallet and lost it before I got there. I told him exactly what time I was going to be there. And then I'm grabbing my keys, and I realized I don't have my wallet. Of course, I can do like a digital payment, but I had taken money out to go there. So I was like, you know what? I want to find this cash. So I spent like an extra 5 or 6 minutes. I let him know I'd be late. Pulled up. He chopped shit down. No Diddy. Whoa. Whoa.
What the fuck?
Whoa. I don't even feel good about what I said. Like, on Jesus.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
That's gay.
Pause.
I don't have any other word around it.
I don't even got another sound.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa. I don't even want to repeat it as like review it. No.
I just be getting paid. So.
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all be doing.
Yeah. He cut my hair well. I don't even have a cool way to say it.
Yeah.
As soon as I left, or as soon as I got up out of the chair, I was getting a message from you. It was basically saying like, "Hey, you didn't even need to get a haircut today. Don't worry about the haircut. There's not gonna you're not showing that to anybody."
You're not showing that.
Yeah. Which is all good. We do have to reschedule our photo shoot in the whole 9 that we have going for some business. Yeah. But I mean, business is business, and that stuff happens. But I had just got out of the chair, so I'm sitting there like, oh well, I guess Target and Ulta and fucking TJ Maxx is gonna have to see this shit today. But nah, I actually tried to take that time to go to get my dog what he needed to get groomed. I actually didn't even end up doing that because I usually take my dog to like the TCAP to get the shots. You can get like $400 or $500 worth of shots taken care of for like $35 there. They didn't have that available at our location this time. And by the time I would have driven out after I got like the notification and stuff from you, it would have been a little late. So I tried to book him like a PetSmart appointment. Don't get your vaccines at PetSmart. I didn't get the vaccines at PetSmart. When you start at PetSmart, they'll give you like a free first visit at the vet. Before the vaccinations got there, and preface, I've already had my free first visit. Before the vaccination, they was hitting me like $70 for the visit. And then every shot after was like 35 here, 55, 75. We're going to go to the TCAP, bro. I'll wait in line with all the other people that clearly don't have the money to go to Banfield. And I'll take care of it there. It was going to be like $450 for all of his shots and stuff because he hadn't had all of them for the year. So, Of course, you got to have a rabies just to get him groomed, which is what I was looking for. But they were going to try to charge me like $130 for the rabies shot. Like, stop it. Yeah. So yeah, I had to look up that little TCAP schedule, get that going. But none of that is what took down my day or why I said I was a bit irritated. When I found out all of this, it was still relatively early in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. So I look over at Shorty and I'm like, you know what? Like, let's go out today. Like, let's just go do something. Like, even if it's not like date-ish, like we got a couple of things at the house that we could get. Like, let's just go to IKEA or something. Like, let's get out. She was like, yeah, cool. Like, good to go. I come back, like, from her, supposed to be getting ready, knocked out sleep. When I tell you she was asleep for like 3.5 hours. Like, and I tried to wake her up. And the thing is, like, when she got up and I said this, like, she started an argument with me, like, why didn't you wake me up? So, like, now I'm sitting there mad. It's like 5:30. I said I wanted to go out today, bitch. You want to go out tonight? Like, I don't want to go out tonight.
Right.
So I find myself at fucking IKEA at like 7 at night, and then I want to go across the street because I had no idea. I found myself in Grand Prairie. The BJ's you're talking about is sitting right across the street. It's like 8 o'clock at this point. So when I walk in, I'm like, no, bro, let's just fucking go. This place is entirely too big to try to do this shit right now. Right. I walked by the TVs, got excited, and left, Cari. I promise, bro. I swear to God. I had to downplay it for her. So, because I wanted to leave. She walked in, I was like, oh, this is fucking Sam's Club. Let's leave.
This is Sam's Club.
Yeah, like, I was hyped when I saw this shit. My whole mood changed when I'm realizing what time it is. So, Shorty want to eat. We had to a Cheddar's. There's like a Cheddar's right across the street in that area.
Mm-hmm.
Cari, is Cheddar's done?
What you mean? Cheddar's going out of business?
No.
Or the food not hitting no more? What's up?
Cari, I don't want to put it on all of Cheddar's, and maybe this is just specific to this location.
Yeah.
This is the worst fucking Cheddar's experience I've ever had in my entire life. And Cheddar's is one of them ones, Cari.
I won't stand for it. No way.
Cari, I shit you not. When I sat down, like, first off, what I got pissed off about is they seated somebody. They came in after me, before me. I didn't like that.
Okay.
Same party number.
Vibes are already off.
Yeah, there was 3 of them. There was 3 of us.
Yeah.
They seated them before, so I'm already mad.
Okay.
Then they seat me. Cari, sometimes I feel like they give me the nigger special. Like, don't take me around the corner to the very last table in the back. Like, okay. I don't fucking want, especially if I go around that corner and there's a lot of other black people there. Like, now I see what we're doing in here.
All right.
So that happened first. And when I tell you, the floor of this establishment looked like a fucking Logan's Roadhouse, Cari. Like, you know what I mean? Peanuts, and like, that's the place that you get to throw the peanuts on. If anybody doesn't know Logan's Roadhouse, they give you a bucket full of peanuts. Yeah. The nastiest peanuts they'll ever fucking find. And when you're done, you just get to spit it on the fucking floor.
Spit it. It's crazy.
I'm because how do they know whether you threw it or spit it?
Nah, I feel that.
Like, Logan's lets you spit the shit on the floor. When I tell you, just crumbs everywhere, Cari. Nobody's maintaining this place. They put us in the back corner. We're around like 4 or 5 other empty tables besides the one family in front of us. Mm-hmm. All of these other tables, it looks like finished, and nobody's busted a table for an hour, Cari. Like, all food at every table around. Filthy. Right? Cari, filth. Filth.
I can see it.
So, I won't stand for it.
Exactly. Oh, God.
I got up and I let the hostess know the situation and that I wanted to be moved.
Okay.
We got moved to the totally other side. It was a bit nicer, and I don't know why the other family was right there.
Why they just didn't sit you there to begin with?
The other family of 3 was right there.
Yeah.
I move over there. It was still dirty. It just wasn't as dirty as the other side. Okay. There must have been a party or like a graduation or something. We in SGP, just so you know the demographic. Yeah. This is the loudest fucking party I've ever been next to, Cari. They bring the croissants out. The croissants is not warm.
No way.
On Jesus Christ, I ordered my entree. It was like steak tips, mashed potatoes. Because at first I ordered New Orleans pasta. Bitch came back like 2 minutes later, and she was like, they had a New Orleans pasta in the kitchen.
God, bro.
Oh my God. So I've been moved. This place is shitty, dirty, nasty. Your appetizers, cold. I order my entree. You don't have it. They bring, I order the steak tips, medium. They bring it out like super duper well done. All right, this shit is disgusting. Like, I don't know what kind of gravy they put on it. It's to the point where, like, I sent it back with no replacement. Like, everybody else here can sit here and eat. Like, I can tell my girl is like, oh my God, like, what are you gonna eat? I don't fucking know. I might not eat tonight. Like, I'm that fucking mad. This whole day, you fucked it up. Yeah. This shit wouldn't have happened had we came here too. The fucking place wouldn't even been dirty.
And they wouldn't have ran out of food.
They wouldn't have been out of the fucking pasta. We sitting here at 9:30 and shit.
Yeah. Jeez, bro.
Oh man. So I got out. Didn't get out when I wanted to. Didn't get what I wanted to. Mm-hmm. We picked up a few things at IKEA. I'll say that. Like, went there. Yeah. But I also lost because I feel like a lot of the shit I picked up, I needed batteries for, and no batteries. But Saturday was Saturday. Sunday, cool. Here, podding,
Hell of a weekend.
Hell of a weekend. Hell of a Saturday, Give it up for my Saturday. How was your weekend?
Wow. Man, so great weekend, like I said before, but I'll start from Thursday as well. So worked on Thursday. Well, Thursday morning, like you said, hit the group chat, the guys to the group chat. I had mentioned on the pod, like you said, 2, 3, 4 episodes ago about the possibility of doing a listening session, and just never really like did anything to actually be serious about it, although I wanted to do it. But when the day came, I was just like, nobody really said nothing about it. I'm not going to do it. But when you hit the chat, I was like, hell yeah, let's do it. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't prepared. I said I didn't have no food, nothing, anything like that. But like, if niggas want to pull up, pull up. And so that's the message that I sent. So I worked Thursday. Soon as I got off on Thursday, like you mentioned, we had Bible study, but I mistakenly didn't read Jordan's message correctly about like the time that he wanted to start, because I booked my haircut. We started at 6 our time. Mm-hmm. I booked my haircut, I think, at like 6:30.
Yeah, I remember you dropping off of the Bible study like a non-believer.
Like a non-believer. It's crazy. So I was, listening to the Bible study as I'm driving to the barbershop. So I only got about 30 minutes of the Bible study, but was still tuned in. But like you said, dropped off. Got my haircut as well in preparation for the weekend, because we did have some, photo shoots, things to take care of. And I just needed a fade. It was time for me to get a fade. So knocked that out Thursday, shot back to the crib, just picked up a little bit, set up my brand new soundboard. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay. Because again, like I mentioned before, left the TVs at my people's crib, but had a soundboard with me. And so I'm like, okay, if we're going to do this listening session, let me set up this soundboard, see what it's really talking about. And that was cool. Got the subwoofer like connected to it. Shit was thumping, listening session was great. Like you said, we'll wait to talk about all of that, the stream and how that went. But it was a great time. Shout out to you, Hop, and Keith that pulled up. Really appreciate y'all just, on some last minute shit, just pulling up, and we enjoyed it. Keith was like, bro, we should really keep doing this. I'm like, yeah, we should do this more often. Anybody want to, host this, whatever. Like, that shit was fun to me. So had a good Thursday, like you said, listening to the albums. Friday, rolled around, just work. I don't think I did anything after work on Friday. I'm trying to just remember. But the weekend, bro. So I wake up on Saturday, and just like you, I'm hyped. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be a good day. We're gonna knock some shit out. It's gonna be a great, just productive business day. I woke up in the morning, knocked some editing shit out for the pod. The PGA championship is on Saturday morning. So
I was going to get a new fit.
Nigga, like I'm locked in. You know what I'm saying? And we get the news that obviously we're going to have to reschedule. So it did kind of bum me out. I ain't going to lie. Like, I was kind of like, what the fuck? Like, I just had my whole day already planned out to just lock in, and shit changed. But like you said, business is business. We're going to get it handled. It is what it is. But just like you, I'm sitting around like, damn, what am I going to do with my day now? So it's funny that you mentioned some things that you did, because, bro, I had like a very similar story. So I hit my lady. I'm like, shit, what you doing today? You know what I mean? Like, if you ain't got no plans,
yeah, let's do something.
Let's just hang out. You know what I mean?
Let's go paint the fucking town today.
Let's just go have fun, bro. So I had a few errands that I had to hit before she pulled up. My car been leaking some oil, bro. So like, I had to go get that checked out. So I did that. I went to the store because I needed some batteries for my camera. You know what I mean? I picked up a little food and then shot back to the crib. Waiting on Ari to pull up. So then she pulls up, and I'm like, all right, this is what I have planned for today. We're first going to go to Lowe's, right? Because I need to get some paint samples. Like I've been talking about, I'm finna start painting. I still don't know what color I want to do yet. So I've been looking online, been getting some ideas at things, but I was like, let me actually go to the paint store, go to Lowe's, get some samples, try to see the different colors, and just, get my creative juices kind of flowing.
Okay.
So we did that first. We hit the Lowe's. Probably was only there maybe 15, 20 minutes. Got a few samples, dipped up out of there. After that, I was like, all right, I'm still feeling creative. I want to like see some shit. I want to see colors. I want to see furniture. Let's go to IKEA. So I'm like, this nigga telling his story. We ain't talking. I'm like, nigga, I was at IKEA.
I was gonna say we fucked around and passed each other.
Right.
He was coming out. I was going in.
Exactly, bro. So we hit the IKEA on Saturday as well. Right?
Hours before I did, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. So I was there probably like 2.
Oh, we were supposed to run into each other.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. 1, 2 o'clock. I'm at the IKEA, and it was dope. Like I said, we walked around the whole store, and I'm just really taking pictures of shit that I think looks cool, pricing things, so I can then like later on come back to it and kind of like pick what I want and things like that. So I walked around that bitch. I probably got like 20, 30, almost 40 pictures in my phone and just different things. I'm like, this may look good in the crib. This may look good in the crib. So then after that, Ariel's hungry. So I'm like, shit, we in this area, the new area, like you said, it's a lot of new things over there. Mm-hmm. Let's just go across the freeway and get some food over there. So we hit the Fedora. That's in GP now. You know, I've only been to the one in Dallas. This one has been open for, I think, like 2-3 years now, but I've never been over there. So I'm like, all right, bet. Let's hit the Fedora across the freeway. And it was a long wait. I ain't gonna lie. We almost waited damn near an hour to eat.
Damn.
It was just a busy day. A lot of people over there. It's always shit going on over there too. So just a lot of people.
It's a big area.
Yeah.
Or a nice area, should I say.
Yeah, we sat down, had a nice little spread. It was good, right? Our service was good. I know you didn't have situation.
Fuck you.
But, you know, we was able to eat and had a good time, right? So then once we left there, again, we're still in the GP area. There's this record store that Ariel has been wanting to hit. She had sent it to me like a few weeks ago. It's called Forever Young. And I'm like, shit, let's just go there. So we 10 minutes away. So after we leave Fedora, we slide to the record store. And I ain't gonna lie, this is one of the shit damn near biggest record stores I've ever been to.
Really?
Bro, this shit is like so huge, it's almost overwhelming.
Bigger than that one over in Fort Worth?
Docks?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, way bigger, way bigger than Docks, nigga. Like,
okay.
Yeah, bigger than City Warehouse, you know, our normal spot there as well. So immediately I walk in, I'm like, holy shit. You know, like it's just so many different areas of the store that you can walk to, so many different selections from records, from vinyl, cassettes, you know, CDs. They even got area where you could buy like some old record players, speakers, like just so many different sections and everything. Normally when you walk into like a record store, at least the ones that I normally visit, it's usually broken up into genres, like the sections, right? This one is so big, it's just broken up into the artists. They have the years, like they have like 70s, 80s sections, you know, 90s, 2000 sections, but it's all broken up by just the artist name.
In alphabetical order?
In alphabetical order.
I like that though.
Yeah, I mean, but it's just fucking overwhelming, bro, because it's so many vinyls just all over the place and you don't really know the genre that you're in. You could have J. Cole in this section, Drake in this section, and then you got fucking Steely Dan right next to him. You know what I'm saying? Just like, it's crazy. But it was a good time though. Like I said, we didn't buy nothing. I just really went in there to just see it and just experience it. But a really good time. After we left there, again, just hanging out, bro. It's a long day. By this time, it's almost like 6-7 o'clock, I think. And I'm like, let's make our way back to the crib, or at least to like that side of town.
I just left.
You just left the crib. Your day's just getting started.
Yeah.
My day's ended. But we finished off the day with a snow cone. We went to Bahama Bucks, got a little snow cone. Had the snow cone like in the parking lot, you know what I'm saying? Playing the Drake album in the parking lot, just chilling, having a great day. Then I finally fell back through to the crib and just had a relaxing night Saturday, watched like a documentary on Netflix, and just went to bed, man. Woke up Sunday morning, we had a little workout, just ran like 2 miles around the neighborhood just to get the day started. We had a good breakfast, hit First Watch, had a good meal there. And then, like you said, just pulled up and, got back to lock in for the pod, bro. So a very long weekend, a very like unplanned, unscheduled weekend, but I ain't gonna lie, like I'm happy that it went that way. Although, like, you know, at first I was a little irritated because things weren't going the way I had originally planned. It all worked out, and, you know, can't be mad at how the weekend turned out. So
same.
Yeah.
I do want to mention I got to that Ronda Rousey fight over the weekend.
That shit was like a Tyson fight.
Real shit. And like in Ronda Rousey fashion, it's just been a really long time since I've seen a fight because she left as we were headed into college. She started taking a beating from a lot of female fighters.
Right.
There was that attempted suicide. I think once or twice that happened. Yeah. Every time she lost.
Every time she lost, right?
Yeah,
right.
She had a gun to her head and shit. But she popped out in Ronda Rousey fashion and submitted her opponent in 17 seconds.
Man, that's legendary.
Yeah.
This is going to be her last fight, right? Yes or no?
She says she just wants to go home and have more kids and raise kids. But, I mean, this is the first time you've seen her fight in 10 years, I believe. Something like that.
Win.
Yeah.
Too, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe not 10, but not 9 or 10 years, something like that.
Yeah.
The UFC is going to die for her to come back after this.
At least one more, for sure.
This wasn't even a UFC event. It was just MMA on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but UFC is going to die for her to come back at this point. But I doubt she goes back. I don't think she goes back. The game's too competitive. And the person that they're going to need her to fight she ain't ready for that. And anybody that fight, like that watches UFC, I'm talking about like Amanda Nunes, and no, she not ready for that yet.
That's who she would have to fight, or that type of fighter. Oh,
she'd have to fight Amanda Nunes.
Pretty sure I'm familiar.
Yeah, they both former like bantamweight champions. But when Ronda left, Amanda Nunes turned to like a demon, nigga, like a dog. She's not ready to step back in with that. Amanda like Nunes hasn't fought in a while either, but even at that, she not ready for that. Ronda she should stay at home.
Yeah.
Good for her though.
Yeah.
Shout out her. Other than that, no, yeah, great weekend. Cool weekend, I'd say. Cool Saturday. All right Saturday, bad Saturday. Nevertheless, we in a building. Do you have any intros, anything you wanted to get to?
Nah, I'm pretty good. If you ready to roll, we can.
Yeah, I think we should start with the most important thing, which is the music, the albums that are released over the weekend.
Let's do it.
And of course, we're talking about Lucky. No,
drugs are bad.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? 515.
I just wanted to say Lucky's name and shout him out before we got into the pod, because I could care so much less about this. 26 tracks, 59 minutes.
Yep.
But shout out him. But we're here to talk to Iceman today.
Yes, sir.
We're here to talk to Iceman. Drake is back. As we said last pod, he had a live stream set for Thursday night to kind of display his album. And we were surprised to see he had a music video for every track on the album. And I'm going to start with the end of it so we can get back to the beginning of it.
Okay.
The end of his final Iceman live stream revealed Drake on Friday would be releasing 3 totally different albums. After he revealed that, everybody took to social media. We all grabbed our phones and went to Instagram. You looked at his page, and this nigga has 3 different albums sitting on his page. He has Iceman, he has Maid of Honor, and he has Habibi, or Habibdi, whatever you call it. We all, of course, like we told you from the intro, were sitting in the room with each other, listening to the live stream. And at the end, he rolled out 3 different cassette tapes, and that's how he announced there were going to be 3 different albums. We all looked at each other like, what the fuck? Like, we knew he was going to shock us, but we thought it was going to be with the album, and that would have been enough for me.
All right.
This nigga announced he had fucking 40 songs on the way. 44 songs to my knowledge. What was the total?
43.
43? Okay, yeah, something like that. So now we can back it up and let's talk about the live stream. Okay. When I walked in, like I said, we weren't playing it, but we turned it on and we rewinded it. And the live stream is the last one, should I say, is basically his entire album in video. You started out was number 1 Make Them Cry, the one he was, because I can't remember that one being on the album, the one that he was burning the streaming farm.
Yeah, I don't remember what song was playing on that one.
Yeah, because I honestly can't remember ever hearing that again on the album.
Yeah, that's a good question. I really don't remember that song. I remember pretty much every other one except that one.
Oh, wait, I take that back. Yes, it's the niggas is talking or something, knowing that it could get physical. Niggas be talking on digital, knowing that it could get physical. I can't remember which one.
I can't remember the song.
Maybe Firm Friends. I can't remember. Make them know, one of those. But he introed the live stream with a music video of him burning the streaming farms. On the videos or the screens of these streaming farm phones, you can see a lot of Kendrick Lamar, like music, Not Like Us, stuff like that. It was very symbolic to open up like, hey, all these other niggas' streams is fake. Let's get to the real, that type shit. But for me, you just get a showcase in its entirety. Sorry, guys, I'm not going track by track. In its entirety, video by video, track by track. When we talk Iceman, the album that was anticipated, that we were actually expecting. I think every video on there was absolutely amazing. Whether you like the music on it or not, I think he did an incredible job with the videos. I mean, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, for sure.
When we talk to music videos.
Make them know it's that track, though, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
And he did so well on the videos that if you watched the stream as your version of listening to the album, you probably walked away thinking this was the greatest fucking album you've heard. Like when you match the album with the videos, it really gives you the effect you're listening to one of the best projects you'll probably hear this year. Like I left, and I'm not saying it is, and I'm not saying I have it there, but I left the listening party session with the album of the year feeling. Like I really did. But now I can talk track for track. Like Make Them Cry, I think was great. Dust is one of my favorite records on the album right now. I think when we talk rapping, high energy and high level, I think Dust is amazing. I think the video was crazy. He threw Adonis in there. Shane Gillis is in there. It was a really good.
That was a moment.
Yeah. Video plus song. That one's A+.
Yeah.
Whisper My Name, I think is great. Janice Shut the Fuck Up, I think is really, 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 really good. And if niggas don't think that, they sleeping on it right now. So serious.
Yeah.
Run to Atlanta is one of my least favorites on the album, even though I like it. And I understand why it's here. This is hit factor. This is radio play. This is send to number one type of record. Shebang was what we introed with. I love Shebang. Shebang gave me a what's the record he did on Scorpion with Future? Blue Tint. Shebang gave me a Blue Tint type of feel. Make Them Pay. Love that fucking record. Just amazing. I did end up seeing who produced the record via Twitter later, but all streaming, like live stream. You couldn't tell me that wasn't a Kanye West record. Of course, I know good and well Kanye West and Drake aren't working together and probably never will again. But when I heard that, I was like, oh my God. Either Kanye did this record or whoever did this record models their production style after Kanye West, or at least they did on this record.
Sure.
That sounds like you couldn't hear any hi-hat, any beat, 808, any type of the beat and be like, oh, that's not Kanye.
Yeah.
That's
the sample.
If you had to ask someone like off ear, like whose beat is that? It's a Kanye West beat.
For sure.
Burning Bridges, as of right now, is my favorite record on the album. Yeah. That
said, yeah.
That fucking record is nice. Now I know it ended up coming out that it's some sort of like A$AP Rocky Rihanna diss, and you can hear it in there.
Yeah.
But that's also the best part of the song. Like, your baby mama ain't even post a single damn where she at. Like, and these are other parts where I feel like the visuals are needed. Like, cause you can see the whole like crew with the peekaboo, like the where she at part. Like, a lot of this shit was just play as fuck.
Yeah.
National Treasures is good. Bees on the Table is good to me. I think it had the opportunity to be great, but missed that opportunity. What did I miss? I think we skipped during the listening session, but playing it through, I'm not mad at What Did I Miss at all where it is. Plot Twist. I like Plot Twist. I See the World likes Too Hard for the Radio, but I don't like Too Hard for the Radio. Like, I do get it. I get the clap back. I get the like, nigga, you thought I wasn't gonna come to Oakland and do this shit?
Thought I was gonna do this for Mac and Dre.
Yeah, like, come on now.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that record. I don't I'm trying to be careful. I don't think he sounds good doing that record. Like, the same way I can even say myself, I can listen back to GNX with some of the ears that I get with Playboy Cardi.
Sheesh.
Like some of them, I can listen back and be like, "Holy shit, was this hype? Is this horrible?"
Like some of the features, or like some of the West Coast shit, or some of like Kendrick's songs.
Some of the songs on there.
Okay. You don't have to go to. I just wanted to be clear.
No, I'm trying to think of the one that it is. Yes, it's GNX. The one with Hit It J3, like that's why Kendrick did it.
That's
like,
why I was asking.
That song is fucking terrible. That song's fucking ass.
Sheesh.
But I put that in there to say, like, it's not just a Drake thing. Like, everybody can't do everything. Like, even though that was a West Coast thing for Kendrick, like, I don't like everything just because you're the best. Make Them Remember I love that record. I like Little Birdie. I remember hearing a sample or a reference earlier with Kodak on there. I think I want Kodak on there. But I like this record too. Firm Friends I Know. Oh, yeah. I like Make Them Know. I like. And all in all, outside of the one record that he was like, something, 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 I heard her speaking Farsi.
That's Don't Worry.
Don't Worry.
That's the one he was sitting down. Remember, that's like one of the first ones we saw.
Yeah, that's before we rewinded all the way back. And I will say, I take back what I say about liking that one. I don't like that record. That's the only record on the album I'll say I'm not a fan of. Other than that, everything I said before about Drake, and I'm sorry for being so long.
Nah, you perfect, bro. Finish up. You good.
Everything I said before in pods previously leading up to this album about how to wow us, none of like you can't come through with any of that R&B shit. You can't come through sing song and talking about your exes. You need to come through and fucking rap and spit bars. I think he accomplished that mission. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews, and my only question is, what did he do? Or what are you expecting that Drake did not do? I give Drake an A for Iceman. I'm so serious. Yeah, I don't want to rank it next to Big 3 albums or anything like that, or in his discography, because I've seen a lot of people doing that in a year or so, or 3 or 5 or 7 months, we'll start to do all that shit. Exactly. But right now for Drake, I give Drake an A. I think Iceman was good.
Nice.
I want to let you talk about Iceman before we go on to Maid of Honor, Habibi, all that other stuff. But no, tell me how you feel about Iceman from Thursday to now. Yeah. How do you feel?
Absolutely, man. So like you said, Thursday listening session stream, episode 4, Iceman, right? Whatever. Keith pulls up first. And I know that the starting time was 9:45 for the stream. And I knew that wasn't 9:45 our time, Central Standard, right? But still, like you mentioned, I get on Twitter around like 10 o'clock and I already see songs, already see the videos, already see people giving their reviews. So I immediately like, damn, I got to get off the app, right? And so like you mentioned, it's damn near almost 10:30, 10:15, 10:30 before we even turned on the stream, right? And that's again because I just got wind like, oh shit, the stream is the album, and I didn't necessarily want to spoil the album for myself, and not only for whoever else was about to be pulling up,
right,
to enjoy the listen session. So at first we weren't playing and weren't listening, but like you said, by the time you got there and while we were waiting on Hoppy, we were tuned in and we saw Shebang, we saw Make Them Know. We saw Dust for sure.
Dust is the best video on that album.
Make Them Pay. And we may be missing maybe 1 or 2 more. But by the time we were watching those, right, I'm like, all right. I'm getting the feeling like, all right, yeah, like, I see what's going on. I think we've already heard a few songs on the album, even though there were still some songs we were like, I don't think that's like that can't be on the album, right? It just didn't sound like. I'm like, nah, that can't be on the album, right? This one, nah.
There's no way that's an album track.
I'm like, bro, it don't sound like it should be on the album, But anyways, we finished up the stream. We didn't watch the whole thing, but by like 10:45, we kind of just turned it off as we were preparing for the album to drop. 11 o'clock gets here, the albums hit our phone, and we start with Iceman, of course, right? We can play the other ones on our own. We're like, nigga, we are here to hear Iceman.
For sure.
So we press play on this album, and off the first track, Make Them Cry, it's just a classic intro Drake track for me. You know what I mean? Like, you have a beat switch, I think, once or twice, but Drake immediately starts his album talking this shit, and I'm like, okay, I love it. I love it. I love it. Then you roll into Dust, number 2, and again, we had already seen the live stream video with Adonis and his son, and what's the white guy name? I'm sorry.
Shane Gillis.
Shane, we already seen that. We actually played that bitch back and watched it more than once. Like, that's how much we were feeling that one. So when Dust comes on, I'm in love with Dust. I think Dust is a great song. It's absolutely one of my favorite songs on the album at this moment.
Adonis did a great job in that video.
Easily. And it's one of those, again, there's going to be a few that I say this for, but just starting with the visual connecting to the song and making it a better song. I think Dust is a great song by itself, but the visual for Dust almost makes that song so complete and so whole, where it's like, I don't care what y'all think about Dust.
Yeah.
Like, that song is incredible.
Absolutely.
Because of the video. You know what I mean? So, again, I'm going to say this for pretty much damn near every song, but I'll wait to the end to kind of like wrap it up. But I think every song and every video was important for Drake to do it that way, because it creates a feeling. It creates emotion. And I think that was something, although this album had to be important music-wise, lyrical-wise, you know, addressing things, like, he killed it with the visuals, so much so where it's like, nigga, you can hate the song by itself, but watching the video just creates a whole new different feeling for you.
This was really him literally making you feel it. Like, he gonna make you feel it.
Literally, man. But
I'm sorry, just last thing, about that one song. You could pick any kid for that video, and it wouldn't be the same without Adonis. Yeah, something about the, like, not a nostalgia, but something made you feel like, hey, like, I'm watching this kid grow up right before my eyes. Last time you heard the track on, I forgot what album that was.
Or Out of Dogs.
Okay, and
Daylight.
He still sounded toddlerish. Like, now you watching him grow up before your eyes. He nodding his head on beat. Like, he's caught the whole scheme of the video. Like, it was great. I'm sorry, that's all I want to say.
No, I couldn't agree more, man. But going into number 3, Whisper My Name, I also think that's a great track. One that's going to be very popular. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't like Whisper My Name, I don't understand why, because I think that's a very, very incredible track. Number 4, Janice, Shut the Fuck Up, I think is one of the best tracks on this album.
Agreed.
A song that real shit may go number 1. You
Agreed.
know what I'm saying? Like, that song is incredible. Ran to Atlanta, I, as well, not the biggest fan of it, but kind of understand the placement and even understand the features. You have to have a feature connection, reconnection. And then, of course, Drake is the king of trying to, you know, give a leg up to somebody who ain't really on yet in Marley Santana.
Marley Santana, New Hannah, Montana.
You know, like, what I'm saying?
I know her now. Yeah.
It's catchy, right? Yeah. And her streams are already out the roof. I've already seen that.
I didn't know her before, but now, Cari, I know her by the name and the face. Yep. And on purpose, she said that bar like 4 or 5 times over again so that can stick in your brain.
Exactly. It was done. That's why that song is on the album. Just
Marley
like
Santana, New Hannah, Montana. Marley Santana, New Hannah, Montana.
It's on the album for that exact reason, because it's catchy and it's something that makes you remember, like, that's a Drake song, that's Marley Santana, that's Ice, man. All these things are done on purpose. So I understand why it's there, but really not a song that's my favorite. I don't really like Future on it.
Agreed.
Know what I'm saying? Like, I think if y'all wanted to come back and reconnect, y'all could have done better than that.
They just wanted to show people
we're back.
We're back.
We're friends again. Like, and I get it, but yeah, again, not the biggest fan of that one, but understand why it's there.
Drake and Future back by popular demand.
Yeah, of course. Shebang, number 6. Come on. I don't even need to. I don't even need to say anything, bro. Are you kidding me?
That fucking beat is crazy. Number 1, and like when the beat goes that crazy, man, I hate dick eating. Like, Drake knows how to catch the beat perfectly.
Yep.
Wow, he did the same thing on Dust too. Yep, but
for sure.
Yeah, he caught the beat perfect on Shebang.
Caught it perfectly. It's catchy. It's a 40. You know, brought 40 back. And you got the Migos or Quavo on the ad-libs. Like, everything about that song is just perfect. There's not one thing that's wrong with that Shebang song. That is another one that truly may be the one that goes number 1. Because, again, it's just like the one that everybody's just talking about, right? It's that one. Like, if you're going to pull one track off the album, it's probably going to be Shebang. But, again, I just think that's an incredible track. Number 7, Make Them Pay. Like you mentioned already, the beat on this song. I think this is my favorite rapping song on the album from Drake.
Okay.
And again, like just that beat, the flow, everything about that song is just perfect. The music video, that's the one where it was like a cartoon.
Even the video feels Kanye-ish.
Exactly. So yeah, like everything about that one, like when we were listening to it, like you already mentioned, you said it multiple times, like, nigga, is this Ye? This can't be Ye. Like, is this Kanye West? Like,
the whole track to me feels Kanye. Like even if you think about the chorus at the beginning, I imagined like Kanye referencing like the I just wanna be free. Like, but of course, and I'm not saying this to make a joke or take a shot. Of course, when you boil all this down to the source, Drake's influence comes from Kanye West.
Yeah, I mean, we're not wrong for assuming that's where the influence comes from, whether it was Drake or the producer, whoever like brought that to life, right? You're not wrong for thinking that.
Drake is a product of like the career of Kanye West. So like it's not wrong to hear songs in there. It's like, oh.
Yep.
So
of course. But that's an incredible track. The sample or interpolation, whatever it is, from Denise Williams' track that's actually titled Free. So when Drake's doing that, free.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Free, that's from her. So like if you ain't heard the track, go play the track. You will see why that song is just incredible, bro. Like I love Make Them Pay.
If you are a listener of the Rise and Grind podcast, it is an utter shame if this is your first time hearing that record. If you listen to this, I assume you grew up listening to that song.
For sure. It's definitely a classic, man. But that was 7, Make Them Pay, Burning Bridges, like you already mentioned. Just love it. Love the, the ASAPs, whatever.
ASAP, you got to get up. Nah, for real. No, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
You got to get up.
ASAP,
it's crazy.
You got to get up. You got to start talking about how you fucked this bitch, how you took them, how you put babies in her. Like,
I don't know what else he has to do because Drake smashes him every time. Like ASAP has his diss. He dissed him on the album, right? Don't Be Dumb. That's why we're here. But Drake will probably forever diss them too.
Yeah.
But when Drake disses them, bro, like he has such just a clever way of doing it where like, you know it hurts. You know it maybe it stings or punches that, one of them two. And Rihanna posted the album, right? Obviously, she shared the album. It's not even the fact that is a true statement.
She ain't post a single, though.
Shut up, nigga. It's just the fact that, like, it really makes you think, like, damn, do Rihanna really even like A$AP? Like, that's the feeling that Drake creates in people's minds, and he just has a clever way of doing it. And when he does it, he makes his song into a hit. I shit you not, I don't even remember the name of the track when A$AP threw his shots at Drake.
I don't either.
I don't remember the name of it. But I'm going to remember Burning Bridges. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of the video, because of the catchiness in the track, like, that's just what separates Drake when he's dissing niggas compared to when people are dissing him.
And the reason why I feel like A$AP can't get up is because I don't believe A$AP has the lyrical ability of like a Kendrick Lamar.
Exactly.
And both A$AP and Kendrick Lamar have several old videos in the tuck. Man, I'd like to thank Drake. He's my biggest influence. He took me on tour with nobody is that. The only thing about Kendrick is Kendrick can outbar that nigga. You can't have that in your video catalog and you can't rap. You can't out-rap.
Yeah, sometimes it's better just not to speak.
Just shut up. Yeah, just don't say anything.
At this point, like, again, I don't necessarily think A$AP would probably diss Drake anymore, at least on wax. Nah. He may in interviews and things like that, say whatever. But Drake's never done. We're forever going to get these tracks when Drake is throwing shots, these subliminal shots at whoever it may be. So just expect that. I'm not mad at that. I don't think it's corny. I really just think Burning Bridges is a hell of a track. The video, like you said.
I do as well.
When all his guys, the whole gang is behind him, they doing the shit where she had, like, all that shit was just fire. And again, it created a feeling where I'm always going to remember that part when Burning Bridges comes on.
For sure.
It's a great song, but I'm always going to have in the back of my memory bank the music video. And that's, I think, again, why Drake did it that way.
Cari, we're at number 8, Burning Bridges.
Yep.
I think we would be absolutely remiss if we don't rewind one more track back to Make Them Pay, and we discuss those DJ Khaled bars.
Oh shit!
I think
even the Rick Ross bar. I forgot.
Oh, I don't remember the Rick Ross bar. But
I Aiden Ross with streams before Aiden Ross was streaming.
Oh,
come on now.
Oh, Aiden Ross. He was aiding, providing help to Ross. Before Aiden
This nigga's what?
Cari, I didn't know that.
What?
Cari. I didn't know that. I did not.
What?
I wasn't doing the science.
What, nigga?
I wasn't doing the knowledge.
What?
Onyx would have yelled at me.
What?
Do the knowledge, nigga. I wasn't doing the knowledge.
What?
All right, but Cari, that was the bar literally right before. Yeah, it says, dog, and I was Aiden Ross with streams before Aiden Ross had ever streamed. And Cali, you know what I mean. The beef was fully live. You went halal and got on your dean. And your people are still waiting for a free Palestine, but apparently everything isn't black and white and red and green. Damn.
I had a Drake cape on right now, but come on. That's hard, bro. Like,
all I think about is these, and I'm going to get into that. All I think about, though, is these rappers' responses. And as a producer, how do you even get back? With DJ Khaled, how do you even get back? How do you even get back? Because there's nobody that's about to hop on your record that's gonna diss Drake. Not again.
I know,
not post Iceman. I think that the Drake disses are over at this point. Post Iceman, you don't get any more of those. How does DJ Khaled get back up after that, Cari? Because he can't diss Drake and he can't just jump out and say free Palestine now. You let a Jew tell you to free Palestine. That's the worst fucking part. Like, no disrespect to the Jewish community, because I don't mean it like that. I just mean Jewish aids Israel in this war. You let a Jewish man have to tell you to stand up for Palestine. Nasty work. Sickest work. Diabolical type shit.
A hell of a bar. I wish, so Make Them Pay was the one that kind of got out. It was supposed to be the 1 p.m. in Albany, right? If I'm not mistaken, was it that?
No, that was supposed to be something else.
Make Them Remember.
Make Them Remember was 1 a.m. in Albany or some shit.
But or did we already have like that bar at least out before?
We had that, either that bar or that record the day before. It wasn't named 1 a.m. in Albany, but I think we had the bar or the record. At least we had that there were confirmed Khaled shots direct.
Okay, really can't remember what the case was, but yes, let me just go back. I'm glad you stopped me because it is important for us to address this in this moment. Everything you said, the bar is crazy. The fact that it came from Drake, had to come from Drake is crazy. And to answer your question, DJ Khaled probably never recovers from this. I'm just being honest. From the fact that people probably not going to work with you. You know what I'm saying? One thing, not even on some like get on the track to diss Drake. People may just not want to work with you at all. But also, when you come out next, you have to address this situation, and it's gonna look corny no matter what if you immediately come out and say free Palestine because you could have did this shit X amount of years ago. You know what I mean? So that's why I say he never recovers. Obviously, the guy is gonna, people of the world are gonna move past this, but he's gonna be in this mud for a while. DJ Khaled, I believe that.
When it comes to rap, he'll definitely be in it for like a really long time. Like you said, the people will forget the bar and move on. But when we talk the rap community and asking rappers to come in to do a feature or to get on the album, whether it's the sensitive towards Palestine thing or the fact Drake doesn't fuck with you, I think both of those things add to a really big hit to his career.
Agree. And his comment section forever is done.
Yeah, he got to turn them off.
They already be like off and limited since the beef. It's over. You might as well never post again with comments. Like on it, there's gonna be flags all in that bitch for the rest of your life. But the record again, you brought this up so many times prior to us getting the knowledge of this record
because it's true and it's real.
When that happened, when we were playing this song, like I looked at you and I was like, oh my god, nigga! Like I was just like, bro, there it is. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think this is where it was gonna come from. It being Drake. But it was just crazy for literally on the episode right before, like you mentioned it again, but obviously, like, again, you've been mentioning it, since the beat the last 2 years. But we had just recorded, you had just said, like, what the fuck, DJ Khaled still ain't brought this up. And boom, we hear this track and Drake is saying the same thing. I was just like, damn, like that was a moment. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it's just for me as a black man. Cari, I could never, even though the unarmed black man that get gunned down in our country is absolutely like minuscule compared to what the fuck they did out there. They did a whole genocide. I could never just sit by and not say anything. That's insane. And knowing that the nigga's only sitting by because his money is tied up into people that fund Israel. Yeah. Now you're a bitch for these niggas. Now, like honestly, I was gonna say you on your knees for these niggas. Yep. That's the part that makes me sick. Yep. Not even as a potter, as a grown man, that makes me sick. Like you on your knees with your mouth open for these niggas. To be honest, you're honestly a bitch for them. So I've been saying it forever, like kind of like a halfway shot, but like, nigga, you a grown man. Like, and these are the people that have your fucking blood, like not necessarily like your family bloodline, but like that's your blood, your people, bro. That's your fucking people.
Yep. And it finally answered the question because now I remember what we talked about in the last episode. It was like, what is the issue with Drake and Khaled? Like, why are they mad? Why is Drake mad? Why he won't do the album? And now you find out that it's not even about the beef or nothing. It's the fact that he stayed quiet throughout this whole time and then just tried to pop back up and say, oh, my next album got 2 Drake songs on it. You ain't spoke to Drake. You ain't spoke about your people. So that's really where Drake was coming from, which, again, I respect in a whole nother level because, again, we were thinking it was just about the beef, maybe this, that, and the third. And it's like, nah, nigga.
This wasn't even about Kendrick.
Right, it's about this right here.
Fuck you, nigga. Yeah, like
crazy.
You didn't even like crazy, bro. That's the other thing that I will say I fuck with Drake, or that I at least valid, like, or I validate the understanding part. Right. That there were some niggas that were my best fucking friends in this game, and when the beef started, I didn't watch you go stand with Kendrick or go to the pop out, which is cool. But I also watched you tuck your tail and go inside the house when on any other occasion, you'd be at my house. Yep. Any other occasion, you'd be fucking with me, supporting me, dapping me up, commenting on my pages. But you went in the house when shit got shaky. Yep. Fuck you, nigga. And fuck your album. Yeah, no.
That's what happened.
I actually fuck with Drake not fucking with those niggas more than Drake not fucking with the niggas that went to go fuck with Kendrick. Right, because you're allowed to like whoever you want to like. Right. But just straight tucking your tail because of business is crazy. Yep. But I don't know what Drake expected because this nigga tucked his tail on his entire lineage over paper.
Lineage.
I'm serious. Like, you tucked your tail on your ancestors.
Yeah, bro.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy. I would have to deal with not being able to get richer. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I'm already DJ Khaled up, I'd have to deal with the fact that I might not get richer. Yep. I also like and just stand up for my people. Yeah. I also think Drake is halfway a hypocrite because Lil Wayne did this same shit for Black Lives Matter.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, you can always.
He said, "Fuck Black Lives Matter." Y'all remember it?
For sure. You can pick and choose, and they pick all of these niggas for sure. But just for the moment, again, I respect Drake for what he did. But yeah, I mean,
absolutely,
nobody's perfect in these situations. We can always say, "Well, you stood up for this situation, but didn't stand up for this situation."
Oh,
you know what I mean?
When it happened, I hearkened right back to Lil Wayne in that interview, sitting down saying like, "Fuck the Black Lives Matter movement." Yeah, and that might be the only reason why Trump went and got him out of jail.
Probably, for sure, for sure. All in all, though, that was Make Them Pay. We just went back to that one. Burning Bridges, like I already said, love that track, love everything about it. National Treasures, I like. Bees on the Table, I was happy, and no disrespect, but I was happy that we just got 21 Savage on the hook.
Yes.
Didn't want to hear 21 Savage rapping on the album. I really enjoyed that song.
We didn't need him at all.
Yeah, you said it could be a little better. I think I understand what you're saying as far as like that kind of like having a little more hit factor to that type of record, because it's still a great record. The lyrics, everything that he's talking about is still the shit that he's been dealing with the last couple of years with the label, right? Seeing he's in these contract negotiations, seeing the money that's available and feeling like he's getting shunned. I really do think that's still a fire track. But again, was happy that it was just Drake rapping on that one. What Do I Miss? We skipped it on the listen session, but on my own, I played the album back and let it run all the way through. And just like you said, I have no issues with that track.
I like that record.
Being on the album, and it actually sounded way better. On the album, I felt like if we didn't hear that song a year or 2 years ago and we heard it first on the album, we'd be talking about that song a lot more than we were when it first dropped. So no issues with What Do I Miss from me.
Right before you slide past, just one question. You don't even have to stay here too long. Yeah. Does this suffice for you as a lead single?
Because
technically it's the lead single.
Technically it was. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
Just to leave it. Yeah, just to leave it there. I'm not gonna overthink it. Number 12, Plot Twist. This is a song that actually leaked maybe a year or two ago. I really wasn't familiar with that one. I saw the original video again. Like, I do remember that video, but the last 2 years I ain't been following everything that Drake's been doing, so just forgot about that track. But Plot Twist is a hell of a track. The twisting the O to the C to the B to the, like, that shit is hard.
Yeah, I agree.
That shit is hard. Too hard for the radio. One of my least favorites. So I'll just skip that one. One thing I did say in the listening session though, when we were together, I said they gonna eat this one up. I knew immediately that song was gonna have traction. People were gonna be talking about it. You just could tell from the sound, and I immediately knew. I was like, he doing a West Coast.
Yeah, you heard the Bay Area sample, like, or in the beat immediately. I was like, yo, this sounds like some poppy, like Bruno Mars-ish. Yeah. And you were like, nah, this sounds like a West Coast record.
Yeah, bro.
And when I heard it, I was like, oh.
Yeah. Okay. So, not the biggest fan of it, but people are only going to look at this as Drake trying to get a shot back at Kendrick. Drake has always, throughout his history, had a love for Mac and Dre, respect Mac and Dre. Shout out to Mac Dre. We're going to do it for the Bay. That's one of his lyrics. Like, so this is a Mac Dre, again, like sample interpolation. Not mad at it, just not one of my favorite tracks on the album. A song that I probably, as the time goes on, will probably skip. I'll just be honest. Make Them Remember, though. Love this one as well. You get the shots at LeBron on this one. The 23andMe DNA shit is fire.
That's 1 a.m. in Albany.
Yeah, this is the 1 a.m. in Albany track, and this one's fire. All of the Make Them Pay, Make Them Remember, Make Them Know, again, I think are the best rapping tracks on the album, and I absolutely love them.
With great reason.
Lil Birdie, number 15, you already mentioned that kind of being like a Kodak flow. Lil Birdie's one of my favorite songs on the album. I do like this one. Love that track. Don't Worry, not a fan again. That was the one that we talked about. Just when we're watching the live stream, I'm like, nigga, this song can't be on the album. I'm like, I don't like that one.
Video's still good though. And there was some crazy things going on. He had one hand painted in the video. Like one was clear coat, the other hand was like blue paint.
Yeah, bro.
I watched it back, and then my girl was watching it with me, and I remember during the listening session you said something about his nails being painted, but after you said that, we couldn't see it again in the video.
Right.
I'm sitting there watching the video, or I'm not watching it. I'm like typing on my phone or something. She's watching it, and it's the same video, and she said, man, is this nigga's nails painted? I said, they must be, because Cari said this exact same shit. I'm like, you know what, fuck it, they must be painted. Funny, we went back and I looked, and one hand was clear coated, the other hand was blue nail paint, and I was like, okay, okay, he wasn't crazy because we weren't able to see it after, and I'm like, where the fuck? I did see it was glossy as shit on one hand. But when my girl said that, I was like, all right. All right. Clearly this nigga's got his nails painted.
Yep. Not a fan, but whatever. And then Firm Frames and Make Them Know again to end off the album. I'm fine with both of those tracks. Make Them Know again. You get the outro. Finally, we got to hear the ice.
I love that. I wish it was longer.
Right. It was funny because, again, I said this in the listeners. I'm like, we were so caught up in the moment that we're listening to the album and I didn't even realize we hadn't heard that shit until the last track. I was like, damn, that was crazy. But it makes sense because even on the live stream, as he was outroing, that's the last sound that you hear as well. So I'm pretty sure that was done on purpose.
It made me think we weren't getting any of those songs on the album and that we were actually about to intro it right there. But the last thing I said was I wish that song was longer. And I think that and what I'm about to say next is a testimony of how good this album is. A lot of these songs on the album ended, and my thought in my head was, damn, I wish that song was longer. A lot of the songs, more than half of the songs on the album ended, and I was like, I wish that shit was longer. The one with Quavo, I wish that shit, Shebang, I wish that shit was so much longer. I needed a whole nother verse out of Drake for that one. Dust, I could have taken that last beat that the Go Blood Dust on your tracks at the very end where it started to turn like not R&B-ish, but kind of like
I know what you mean.
A different energy than rap that him and his son was just in the visuals at that part. I needed a verse from Drake off that beat. Like there's so many songs and I'm like, damn, it was so good. I'm longing for more verse at the end of every single one of these. I give Drake a straight up A on the album, Cari.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't even finish with that as well about like how I feel, bro. So it was like Friday night or maybe like Saturday morning as I'm continuing to play the album, and I literally said to myself like, "There's nothing more that I can ask for with Iceman."
What else?
We'll talk about the other albums right in a second, but I truly felt like Iceman is everything it was supposed to be, and I have no complaints about the album. I think I was texting D because he had hit me, and we were talking about the album, and I was like, "Nigga, like it's everything that you can ask for." This nigga showed. I was being funny. I was like, he showed us why he's Michael Jackson. Right? I was just being funny, like with the glove and shit. But I'm like, bro, like it's nothing more that you can ask for from Iceman. I think this album is solid, bro. Yeah. Like it's nothing more that you can ask for. This is an incredible project. I'm sorry. Hate it if you want it.
Exactly in what you said. I challenge anybody, and like even if I have to clip this, you have to clip this, and this goes on our page. I challenge anybody to comment and tell me what more from this album you were expecting that you didn't get. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and if you say the R&B, you want him to sing more, maybe I'll say, okay, I understand that, but I don't think that's what we were headed for on this album, so I don't feel that way. Yeah. But if somebody was longing for a different Drake, I can understand if you were expecting a totally different Drake. I get that. But with what we got and his angle, what he was aiming for, I don't think he left any box unchecked. And I have so many more listens to go, but as of right now, this sounds crazy as fuck. With all the albums that we have out right now, I'll be damned if I'm not saying that he's right there with Don Toliver for me. Like, it might take a little time for this to cool off and me let this go down to a different level, but right now, he's fighting for album of the year.
Yeah, I mean, easily. Now, yeah, I can't wait to get till we get to the end of the year because I'm so ready to have the conversation on who really did. Because Drake on some songs, I don't think the rap was always at the highest level, but the song is so great. I'm like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Like the song is still amazing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but I'm with you though. Like at this moment, I got Iceman, I got Fall Off, I got Octane, and probably one more that I'm missing. But right now, y'all got to come with it. I'm talking to everybody who's still supposed to drop this year. Like them 3 projects, my nigga, it's gonna be hard to beat those, man. It's gonna be hard to beat Don Toliver for shit show. Octane, yeah, I don't think at the end of the year probably anybody probably gonna really get that, but
it's just because with that guy, like all the other people we're talking more legacy artists, people that are 10, almost 20 years in the game. This guy is still pushing himself to create new sounds. Like he's still trying to move the needle in music forward. Right. Like, and you can actively hear him pushing the genre into different corners and lanes that we've never been in. Drake and Ye and all those people. I didn't mention Bully, but I'll put Bully in there too.
Bully for sure.
Not as high as Octane and Fall Off and those, but Bully's in there too. Yeah. But all those other guys that are older have found their spot, and even with a Kanye that, of course, is trying to find new sounds every single time. I don't think he's doing it at the level that he was doing it with Yeezus or Pablo. Don Toliver is still creating brand new sounds at an A+ level, at a triple A quality.
Every album since the purple one, I can't think of the name right now. I'm sorry, Life of a Don maybe, but every album since the start, Don Toliver's just been progressing, getting better each album, right? And like you said, the legacy acts, like even J. Cole, like I just think the rapping on that album is superb, like way better than probably anybody's gonna drop this year. That's the only reason why I'm still throwing him in the conversation, but from an artistic creativity level, it's not even close to Octane.
Yeah, none of them are even, like when it comes to the artistic part, exactly. None of them are close to Don Toliver.
That's why I'm saying at the end of the year, I can't wait to like really have that conversation and really like break it down why I'm placing this album here and that one here. But that's just an example. Like again, Cole, the rapping is just nigga.
I agree.
You know what I mean? But like Don Toliver's artistic level, the creativity, the music videos.
Coastal has the best pen out of all of the albums we named. Coastal has the best pen in it.
Yeah.
And I think Drake's album comes next when you talk the pen.
Yeah.
And then you go Don and Kanye, but you talk the artistry. I think you start to flip that in different ones. I think.
And Drake is right there.
Oh yeah, I know.
From that artistic level, these music videos, this creativity, bro. He had to spend 10 to 15 million on that stream alone.
They said that just in music videos he spent 10 M's.
Whoa, see, I didn't even know that. I was just making that up.
They said that he didn't want to wait, and I know this is coming true source because I heard of Mac. And Ack is Drake's fucking his personal cocksucker. That nigga's just under the desk.
He's just under the desk. Wow, that is funny.
But he talked about how, of course, there's been a back and forth and a push and pull between Drake and UMG. So rather than wait on UMG or spend UMG's money and have to recoup all of that, fuck it. I'm going to put every single music video out of pocket. He out of pocketed every single music video, 10 M's plus out of his budget.
I believe it.
And I applaud this too, because Ack was saying basically, think of any other rapper like besides a Kanye right now that needs that or that has to do that. That's, even if they're that rich, is willing to say like, you know what, fuck the label and the money they offering. I'm going to take every single bit of this album out of my budget. Like on that Meg Thee Stallion shit she did a couple of years ago. Like every dollar. And we just talked about this with millionaires too. I don't know if it was T.I. or somebody. Even if you're a billionaire or even if you're close to that range, dropping 10 M's is not something easy to do. Just watch 10 million leave your account. Like it's not easy.
Just watch it blow up. Literally, like shebang.
Yeah, I was literally.
It's just an explosion.
That shit probably pissed Drake off. Like
I just blew 2 million on that bullshit.
Just because you niggas wanted to lie on me. Like I have to spend 10 million to cover up you niggas lies on me.
Exactly.
No, I would probably be mad if I was Drake too. Like niggas lied on me and smeared my name. And I got to pay for it. Like, I already had to deal with it emotionally. And I have to pay for it financially just to get back in the game.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Yeah,
I'd hate Kendrick forever, too. Like, we'll never be friends.
Nah.
That Nas J shit, never look at me like, are we going to go in on a casino together? No, nigga, I'm buying another one over there just like Jay did.
Facts.
All in all, though, yeah, I like.
Incredible, bro. Loved it.
I like it.
Amazing. Super amazing. We asked last episode, about sales, going #1, all of that. This album's going #1, obviously. You're probably going to have multiple tracks.
Yeah, he's going to have a #1 album and a #1 single for sure.
And the numbers for Iceman alone, right? We're going to get to the next projects here in just a second. But Iceman, they saying 500.
Yeah,
plus.
They're saying he's looking at 520 right now.
Yeah.
By the end of this week, Cari, I think he's sitting at somewhere between 6 and like a 670.
Just off of Iceman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it too.
That's crazy.
600, bro.
And I think, was it on record? I asked you if he does another M last part. Did I ask you if he does an M? Because we talked about Views doing an M.
Oh yeah, you did.
Clearly, I'm insane, guys. But I think I backtracked that last pod down to probably 6 or 7. I think I said 600 or 700.
And we looked at Views and remember there was like a pre-sale or something.
Yeah, he did Views. He did 550 off the pre-sale.
Right, exactly.
That's nasty. Oh my gosh, that's nasty. Thinking about it now, you are doing crazy numbers. 550 off the pre-sale.
Drake, bro.
You remember when Jay tried to tell us he sold 1 million first week with Magna Carta?
Magna Carta NBA Finals.
They was selling niggas phones with the album downloaded in. Like, that's fucking disgusting.
Like, nigga, if y'all don't cut back to Ginobili.
Yeah, bro.
Nigga,
like,
the finals is on.
You get an album with this, you get one commercial of fucking LeBron in that barbershop chair trying to sell you that new fucking phone. Like, I remember all of those commercials back then.
Bro.
Yeah, bro.
NBA Finals, nigga.
I'm sorry, Jay. fucking disgusting. He might be a random 60-year-old white man, Cari, and if you buy that new phone, it's coming with the Jay-Z downloaded it. I didn't ask for that, nigga, and don't tell niggas you sold $1 million on me.
But he took the idea from what, Apple and U2? Was that the album that they put on there? Shit?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he wasn't alone in that, but it's still nasty.
I don't think they sold an M, though.
No, of course not. Of course not. I'm sure that was done. That number was placed by Jay-Z to say, if we're going to do this, I need $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Like
literally. It was in the contract that they have to do $1 million of them.
Right.
That's fucking disgusting, Cari.
Bitch, I'm going platinum.
Cari, that's not even music sales at that point.
Phone sales.
That is, and we should have stopped bundling right there. That should have been the
start, bro.
That should have been the end of bundling, Cari.
That was a start, bro.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
But all in all, that's Iceman.
Yep.
I do think we covered that one thoroughly. Let's talk his next album. You want to go Habib or you want to go Maid of Honor?
Yeah, let's go Habib.
Okay.
Because these next two, I mean, we're going to talk about them, but
not in the depth that we talked Iceman.
Exactly. So, let's start with the one that I'm sure we both kind of like.
Oh, no, don't
Before we get to Maid of Honor.
Don't do that to Maid of Honor.
But yeah, let's start with Habibi. Is that how you say it?
Habibti, I think.
Habibti.
And yes, this is 11 tracks, 37 minutes, and this is the second album from Drake, OVO, UMG. And I'm not mad at Habibti at all. I don't think the lyrical ability or the lyrical performance on this album was anywhere near as strong as Iceman. I think he did exactly what I wanted on Iceman, which was give you that part 2 to For All the Dogs, where he was like, oh, you gave us all the melodic tracks and sang again, and I'm going to bar it out. Mm-hmm. And I think he just barred it out for Iceman. I think Habibi was pretty much regular Drake. I don't know, fun Drake. You might get some rap here. You might get some melodies here. I might sing on this, but you got heavy melodic Drake on this one. I'm Spent with Low Shimmy, Classic, Gen 5, White Bone, Fort Worth. All of those are really, and I can't remember prioritizing, which is why I didn't name that one.
Yeah, me neither.
But all of the ones that I just named, really slow, like R&B-ish tracks. Number 5 is almost like that, Drake and Sexy Red, but it just doesn't get that slow.
And then it turns into, is that the one where she's doing the cha-cha slide at the end, or is that on?
I think that's the one on Maid of Honor.
Yeah, that's Cheetah Print.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh my God.
My bad. You're right. That's a difference.
Yeah, like, and we're gonna get to that album because I was trying to be nice while Cari said he hated the album, but that fucking album, we're gonna have to talk that in a second.
God. All right, my bad.
But I like WNBA. I like Slap the City. I like I'm Spent. I like Classic. I like Gen 5. I like White Bone. We're from Fort Worth, so there's absolutely no way we're not gonna like Fort Worth. He didn't even say Fort Worth in the song.
I know, it was kind of disappointing.
Man,
fuck.
That shit hurt my feelings. Like, I was hoping he said it.
So look, guys, just to tell a quick story again, as we're playing the album Thursday night, we're running Iceman through, but at the start, when everything got released, you caught wind that there was a song on this album called Fort Worth.
My sister Channing hit me and was like, Drake has a song called Fort Worth. I said, what the fuck?
So I think we were probably like on track 1 or 2 on Iceman. We stopped.
We stopped the entire album.
We stopped. We said, nigga, what?
When Drake fucks a bitch from your city.
Oh, long, right?
And puts it in a song.
Facts. Nigga, we got to play that. So
you have to play it.
We were playing it, and I shit you not, it's just funny. Like, I could feel you and I, like, the energy just waiting on Fort Worth to be mentioned. And when the song ends and you don't hear it, we were both like, oh.
We were like deflated. Like,
we were like, oh man.
I didn't even need Drake to say it. Party could have said it. Party could have said it. And I'm like, I wanted him to say that he was riding in Fort Worth, rolling. Bro. Give me a street. Like, if he would have gave me a street, Cari.
Bro, it was just funny because I was just like, oh.
Man,
like fell in my seat.
But you can tell Drake fucking loves Texas.
Nigga.
Like, he has another record on this album. I can't remember what song it is. He said something about Sulphur Springs Drive or something like that. I'm like, God damn, this nigga loves Texas.
You be in the city, bro. You be at Buc-ee's and shit. For real.
Yeah, he said something in the Fort Worth song about stopping at the Circle K.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I don't go to Circle K a lot, but I had to go to one literally the day after. And when I stopped at, I was like, you know what, Drake? I fought with you, nigga. Because we do be at them goddamn Circle K. I don't even be at Circle K.
Nah, for sure don't be at Circle K. But it's more prominent like in the Houston areas. We do have some out here for sure.
We got quite a few out here. It's just like we have a lot of Quick Trips. For sure. You'll see Quick Trip here in Chevron more than anything.
Yeah. But the more south you go, Houston and all the inner cities before it touches Houston, you're gonna see 1,000 Circle K. So it made sense for him to say that because that's really where he be at the most. He got land and shit out there.
Yep.
Got a Texas license now. This nigga's really Texas.
Yeah,
insane, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw his Texas license, I got mad.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, what the hell?
Yeah, I love you, Drake.
Crazy,
but like, nah,
you're not from here. Nigga.
Somebody suspend this nigga's license.
Like, you're not from here, bro. But shout out, for the homage, always paying homage. Like,
absolutely,
we love it. But go ahead. I just had to say that when we were talking about Fort Worth. I'm sorry.
The only thing I was gonna say is I said this to the guys. Now he has a Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. He has a 9 a.m. in Dallas, and he has a Fort Worth. Maybe I'm missing one that I didn't say then.
You just talking Texas song?
Yeah.
TSU on CLB, right?
Yes, he has a TSU. He has a Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. He has a 9 a.m. in Dallas, and now he has Fort Worth.
And don't he got a rain in Houston too?
This nigga loves us a lot. A lot.
Rain in Houston go crazy.
Honestly, we should be tipping our fucking hat to how much he loves Texas.
Yeah, because bro, and I tell this story a lot. Like my family, obviously I got a family from Texas, but most of my family come from Oklahoma. I got a family in California. And a lot of times when they are talking about Texas, they see Texas as this grand, just amazing state because some of them just ain't been in Texas or ain't visit a lot of places in Texas. So like Dallas, for example, we got a great fucking skyline in Dallas, right? It's one of the best skylines in the world.
Yes.
But to us, or to me,
it's just regular ass
I'm like,
Dallas.
bro, that's just Dallas. Like
Dallas.
I drive through all the time. I done been through there. Like it's nothing. But I think of like other people's perspectives, people not from here. Like, bro, they see where we live as like one of them hubs, one of them mega cities. So when we get these shout outs and things for Texas, most of the time people are obviously talking about Houston, right? But Dallas is starting to get a lot more love.
Absolutely.
I respect it. You know what I mean? Whether it's Drake or whoever, like, nah, niggas really pay homage to Texas on this music shit. And it's fucking important. We came in with Bun B, UGK last week. You was saying the same thing. Like, motherfuckers got to talk about the history that's been laid. The groundwork that's been laid.
Niggas come here for that shit. I mean, even when you think you're biggest of the big, like Jay-Z, he's coming to tap Bun B and Pimp C for his records.
Scarface.
Yeah.
Be for real, nigga. Scarface one of the best rappers to ever live.
Like Big Pimpin', like he came and tapped the South for his big records, shit like that. The one thing I do want to say attached to that and attached to like you said about the skyline, and this is something my girl pointed out too while we were watching the live stream over again. Toronto's fucking skyline is absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. Like it's to the point where like now I want to go out there and see that shit.
Yep.
Because when you talk about Dallas' skyline, and maybe it's just because we're from here, that shit made Dallas' skyline look like Corpus Christi, nigga.
Oh my God.
Like that shit looks beautiful. It looks better than New York to me.
Yeah, bro. And then he froze it. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Insane, right?
Freeze the world. But back to Habibi. I really like this one. And what I said to the guys in the group message is how I look at this album. I think of Iceman as his complete, concise body of work. This is just a vibe to me. Habibi is it's a vibe. I like it. I don't have any issues necessarily with this album. I can't speak bad on it. I could go without it, of course, but I think I'm glad we got these records.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel as well. Iceman is so good to me that I really don't even give a damn about these other two projects a lot. Like this one I really like. There are slappers on here, like you mentioned. Most of the songs you already mentioned are the same ones that I like, so I won't, repeat that. But I have no problems with this album as well. I think Saturday with my lady, obviously Iceman was playing like at some points of the day, but I think by the end of the day, we had this one on, slapping a couple songs from here. And like you said, it's just a vibe, bro. Like I'm just riding, and it's really just some good ass music that, yes, maybe I could have lived without, but I'm not mad that we have it because there are certain times where I don't want to be iced out. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want you to rap me to death. I want to hear tracks like this album provides. So again, Iceman is so good that I don't necessarily like care too much about these next two projects, but I'm still fine with this one at least and have no issues, no problem with the music that's on this album.
I'm glad that Drake was quality controlled and A&R'd enough to record all of these tracks, Habibi, Maid of Honor, and Iceman, finish Iceman up and look at these other records and go, I can drop these, but they don't belong here on this record. Like, I appreciate so much him dividing these up into different albums rather than saturating Iceman with shit that didn't leave it as concise.
Yep.
Because even though Iceman isn't necessarily like it is a concept and it's a not at the same time because it's more real than it is a concept. But when you start and finish it, it's like, all right, Drake did carry the same thing this entire album, or the same angle, the same mood, the same I'm in this mode. Now, it might not have been something symbolic, and I think he did do that as well. Iceman was in a way symbolic. I think there were some of the cartoons he used in there that were hella symbolic.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that he was able to put all these together and then hear the other records and be like, you know what, these are totally different albums. I might have made them at the same time, but they don't fit in this.
Agreed.
But yeah, I like Habibi. But now it's time to talk his third and final album that released, which is Maid of Honor. You can see a picture of his mother on the cover. There's a picture of his father there on the left side, and there's baby him on the right. And honestly, I don't know why you would disrespect your parents like this, nigga.
This should have been the cover for
Habibi,
bro.
Yeah.
Like initially going in, I thought this was going to be the R&B project.
Me too.
And I thought Habibi was going to be the more like upbeat, maybe pop song.
Me too.
Flip the script on our ass. But yeah, I mean, just starting out with the album cover, I agree with you. Like it's almost disrespectful to have this great of an album cover and pretty much waste it.
This is 14 tracks, 45 minutes, Cari, and I can't agree with you more that he wasted an incredible looking album cover because, Cari, we got number 5 as a single, which is Which One, Drake and Central C. And while I don't think that's an amazing track, I can skate by saying it's good. It's a good record. Carried in my eyes by Central C, but it's a good record. 13 other records on this album are garbage, Cari. And when I say garbage, I mean that humbly. Like, I'm speaking generously by calling it cold garbage. Like, nigga, this is hot garbage. Like, this is about as bad as it gets. Whole Phase is bad. Road Trips is bad. Outside Tweaking is bad. Cheetah Print's fucking horrible. Which One, like I said, is good. Amazing Shape, I don't like. BBW, like, I like Bigger Women, and I thought she was gonna put on for the gang, and you didn't. True Bestie, not good. None of them are good. None of them are good. And I hope this, honestly, is just a smack in the face to UMG saying, like, goodbye.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Obviously, you know, word is
rumor. Yeah, I don't even want to go with that being real because when we talk it, I would like to say rumored.
Exactly, that he's out of the contract at this point. Fulfilled it with the last 3, but yeah, this album here, man. Yeah, I'm laughing because that's just how I feel about it.
Because this album's a fucking joke.
Yeah, it's just really not too much to really love about this project. Which One, like you said, I actually played it through and was like, yeah, you know, that's the perfect song for this album. It didn't fit Habibi. It didn't fit Iceman. Slap it on this one.
Is it crazy that that's the best song on this album?
I do like Princess, the outro, number 14. Okay. I'll be honest, like the last 3, Stuck, Goose and the Juice, Princess, I think. Princess for sure. I do like that one. I think the last 3 are okay. But Whole Phase, Road Trips, Outside Twinking, Cheetah Print, I was just like, oh my God, like
really bad.
The first time I played it, again, this is Friday, like afternoon. I'm just trying to get through the albums, right? I stopped after track 5. After 6, I think I heard Amazing Shape. I was like, I can't do this right now.
I stopped a couple times.
I gotta go back to the other shit, or I may have just turned Drake off at that point. I was maxed out. Right?
I stopped a couple times.
I was like, I'm maxed out at this point. Let me just go play something else. And I'm gonna play this album again all the way through, like truly give it a full start to finish listen. But I'm not saying that to say like I'm doing that to expect it to be better. I still think I'm gonna feel the exact same way about this project, but I just want to listen to it with a a more clear head and ear, because by the time I was playing it on Friday again, I was just maxed out. I was like, this shit sounds terrible. That Sexy Red song, my nigga.
Brother, I'll never play this album again.
That's what I was like, bro, that shit hurt my ears.
I heard it on Saturday, and you were talking about hearing it on Friday. No, I'll never play this album ever again in my life. Now, those last 3 records, if you really did enjoy those 3 might get a spin back from me. But I swear on my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, I'll never play that album back in full ever again. It started off awful. Never starting the album that abrasive for me. Like he started off, who's calling my phone? Like it's imagine if he would have started sexy songs for you
with no
track 1. Who's calling my phone?
No way.
I would have turned that shit. We were in the air when it came out, I think, or something like that, or they announced it in the air or some shit.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
like I would have never played that shit, Cari. Never.
Yeah.
And then it was like, all right, number 1's really abrasive. Let him dial it back for number 2. Let's play number 2. Number 2's worse than number 1. And I'm like, oh, that's what this is going to be. I play number 3. Number 3's worse than number 2. That was worse than number 1.
We're gonna be outside tweaking. We're going to be outside tweaking. Like, man, bro. Like, nah.
And then number 4, I was like, you know what? It's Sexy Red on it. Sexy Red and Drake really only do hits. So let's turn this on and see what it is. This is worse than track 3. That was worse than track 2. That was worse than track 1. So do you know how bad an album has to be that in 4 records, we've gotten 4 times worse? After 4 records, the album's gotten quadruple as worse than it was at the beginning.
This nigga's worse than Teddy Pendergrass.
I mean, horrible.
2-time loser. No,
this nigga's a quadruple time loser. And the thing is, he almost went for quintuple.
Almost.
Yeah, moving forward, like after 5, it's 2026. I never need to hear Pop Can ever again, Drake. Why are you playing Pop Can for me? I don't know who Icon Savvy is, and I don't want to know. Like, you did everybody a disservice on this album. If you were looking to break an artist with Maid of Honor, you literally broke them.
You literally broke them.
Yeah, you broke them. You broke their career. I don't like this one. This one gets an F for me. I'm not gonna lie. If I had to A through F the album, I don't even give this one a D. This gets an F.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
This is, and if we're being honest to God, Cari, this is the very first Drake album in my life I've never liked. I like every other Drake album, even if I don't love it. I even like Scorpion to a certain degree. I don't like it because of how I feel it took his career. I hate that album. Drake has finally one album in the tuck for his discography that I'm like, nope. And I never thought that happened.
Yeah.
He needs to pull that from DSPs. But from what I saw and like what I get myself, oh, this is an album for the ladies. This is an album for the clubs.
I don't really give a damn. But with that, I mean, there are spaces and countries where these songs are going to go crazy. Like, you go on a vacation somewhere out the country, you hear this track, you got alcohol in your system, I'm sure them songs are going to sound better. But that don't make the songs good. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit could still be trash, and you got to be out your mind to make it sound. That don't mean the song is good, y'all. So, like, I don't give a fuck if it's made for the ladies or made for this type of whatever. If it's not good, it's not good. It's okay to say Drake didn't make a good album. It's fine. Iceman is so good that, again, I don't care about these 2 projects, right? And this shit could be trash.
And I challenge to even say, like, I argue that I'd enjoy these songs when I'm drunk. I don't even think I'd enjoy these songs drunk, Cari. Like, I real shit never want to hear those records ever again in my life. That was really bad. I didn't even know he was capable of making music that bad.
Yeah.
That's a high level artist we're listening to. One of the best to ever do it, Cari. That album was fucking horrible. All right.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, 3 whole albums from Drake, and 2 out of 3 like being hitters. I think Drake did an amazing job this weekend.
Yes, sir.
I think sales wise, it looks like he's going to do an amazing job. Cari, let's talk the potential UMG
split.
Shit. Yeah, because we already know he wants off the label. He's even inside of the album saying that he wants off the label. There's verses of him saying free.
Yeah. Free me. What's your question though? Well, what do you want to discuss about it?
How much truth do you think are in the rumors that are out at the moment? And what does Drake's career look like as an independent artist? Because the major is your popularity. Mm-hmm. So once you're out of that realm, you have to do all your own promo, all your own marketing. That's when you see people, kind of, take a dip in popularity status because they don't have tens of millions of dollars each album to put them at the forefront anymore. And if they do, they're not spending it on their own. Mm-hmm. What do you think about the rumors? If the rumors are true, where do you think Drake's career heads from here next?
Yeah, good question. So, I actually spent some time and thought about this over the weekend, I'll be honest, because the rumors are circulating like, hey, he dropped 3 to get out of the, contract or whatever. But I don't necessarily think independent Drake is the best for him. And the reason why I say that is because, again, this may all be rumors, but I saw that even if he is, fulfilled with the album so-called now with UMG still is going to own his masters at this point. So that's everything on his back catalog, all the hits, all the history, like UMG still has. Now, I understand not wanting to maybe be represented by UMG or want to move on from them, but they still are going to recoup everything that he has up until this point. So it may not be the best for Drake to go the route of independent and just try to eat off everything that he does now, because, how much music are you going to make from the age that he's at now moving forward, right? That's one thing. What you just mentioned about what a major truly does for placement, for budgeting, things like that, for overhead. Like, there's a lot that labels really do. Even if you're Drake just spent 10, 15 million out of his pocket. Do he want to do that every time he goes out an album? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, there's questions here. There's things that, although we want Drake to maybe move on because it's messy right now, I don't necessarily think, like, for business wise, it may be the best decision for him at the moment. And again, it's just rumors. I don't even know if he's truly out of his contract, right? We'll still find out about that. But I think for Drake, it may be best to try to negotiate. And maybe this is what he's been trying to do this entire time. It hasn't just worked out.
He won $1 billion.
Not even just the billion, like his masters, right? Like everything, like try to work out something where you still get like some bread off of that. Because right now, again, if he were to just leave, UMG still get all the money.
And if we're being honest, even this sounds crazy, but follow me, listenership, viewership. Drake can't afford his masters.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Drake can't afford his masters. Even if we said right now Drake is a billionaire, Drake's masters are worth more than $1 billion. Drake cannot afford his masters. No, there's nobody on planet Earth right now whose masters cost more than Drake's.
Exactly.
Drake's masters cost, but unless we're talking Michael Jackson, Drake's masters cost the most of any artist in the world right now that's not Michael Jackson.
Yep.
He can't afford that shit. And you have a very good point in that, and also a very good point, seeing as though I think he'll never release another album doing this much. Like, I think almost 40, I think trying to go big on big on big. I think at this point he was trying to gain back everything he had lost,
of course,
which is why he spent so much, which is why he went so hard, which is why there was a video for every track, which is why there was 3 albums. I don't think Drake is, unless there's some sort of beef again, is ever going to feel like he has to do this much again for an album. Mm-hmm. So I do agree that how much am I going to make off of my next albums that come after this if I'm independent? Because not only do you have to think about how much I'm going to make, I have to make more than I've spent. And I'm going to do all the spending on my own. Yeah. And I'm Drake. everybody's going to expect my music, my production, my video quality to be AAA quality. And I don't even have the AAA quality resources anymore.
Yeah.
I don't even know if Drake wants to be as like free as much as he thinks he wants to be free.
I don't think so either. I think he wants to just like, yeah, that's a good question. How can I answer this or say this? I don't think he wants to be completely free from a label, but whatever UMG has over him, if it is just the billion or whatever, or is it just fulfilling the album portion of a contract, like whatever it is that they are just like dingling over him, right? Like he wants to have that be or get rid of that. But I don't think Drake want to be truly independent, where it's just OVO sound. And like we said, you're doing everything on your own, out of your pocket. I don't necessarily think that's best, and I don't necessarily think that's what he wants, but we could be completely wrong.
The thing about it that is bad, Cari, is unless he's looking at like Gamma or Empire, everybody else that he would sign with is UMG or an umbrella of UMG.
True, but right now he's just UMG. So even if you go to somebody else who's still under UMG, obviously they're still, you know, working as that, you know, their name is on. But it's different where you go to Interscope, and although Interscope is backed by UMG, Interscope still is their own entity.
Well, he is
within UMG.
He's that with OVO, but he's looking to take OVO somewhere else now, I guess. If that's true, if that would be the case.
True, but OVO ain't a major. You know, although it's his shit and it's still backed by, you know, UMG, whoever it may be.
It'd be OVO by Gamma, or it'd be OVO by Empire.
Whoever it may be. But yeah, I just think like you can't necessarily escape UMG fully, which goes back to your question about him wanting to be truly free.
Not if you want to be a big star, you can't escape UMG. No.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily think, again, that that's best for Drake because of what you said with like, when we talk about smaller artists or lower tier artists going independent, most of the time it's because like they would make more money leaving their current situation. Drake may not necessarily make more money.
No, he's gonna spend
leaving
more.
his current situation. So that's why I'm like, although we always vouch and stand up for people wanting to own and go independent, of course, but we're talking the biggest artists out right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's a little different. So I don't want y'all to think we're going back on our stance. We're just trying to break it down for you to make it make a little bit more sense as to why it may not be the best route for a guy as big as Drake to be like, let me rip this contract up and go do it all on my own.
Drake is worth more as a commodity than he is as his own asset. That has to suck thinking about, though.
And I think that's kind of what you have seen the last year's lawsuits and all. I even rapped about that a little bit, right? Nah, I wasn't suing the rapper, right? I was suing the label, whatever he said. But I mean, I think it's a lot to still unpack there and still to be seen. And I don't know. I don't know if he's fulfilled the contract. This was different when he left Cash Money. Again, like he left Cash Money because there was nothing more that he could do or make at Cash Money, guys. It's not the same situation here 10 years later. You know what I mean? Like it's a little different. So
I mean, it could be the same though. I mean,
you think so? I don't
know. Like once we get past, or like once next week comes and he breaks Michael Jackson's record, what the fuck else do I have to do for UMG that I haven't done for you niggas already? He's gonna hit the ceiling, and they won't. Cari, he's hit the ceiling to the point that they're starting shit just to not give him the money he wants.
Maybe.
I have literally, like, I've gotten to the point where y'all niggas got to trade me away like Luca before you pay me what I'm worth. I've hit the goddamn ceiling.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, unless you niggas put out $1 billion, I see that I've hit the ceiling.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
That's a bad place to be.
It's a terrible place to be.
Like, I might not be my best on my own, but I'm going to be unappreciated by these motherfuckers if I stay. I'm going to be undervalued by them if I stay. And there's no other place in the world that has the money for me.
And he looking across the street,
Sony ain't got that for you, buddy.
He looking across the street at the Weeknd over there tap dancing because he already got his billion.
That's fucked up.
You know?
That's fucked up.
That's what's really eating him alive on the inside. Weeknd already got his shit, and I introduced you.
I was gonna say that's what I was about to add in. The fucked up part about that is, and we said this before, like he wouldn't have his billion, and UMG, you wouldn't have X amount of billions that he's worth to even give him had it not been for me. I did this for everybody here. That's what he means, Cari. I kept the lights on in this whole bitch for everybody.
And I can't get paid.
And it's how you niggas repay me.
Yeah.
For keeping, imagine no Drake and no Weeknd. Of course, you still have artists there, but like,
what, nigga?
That's tough.
What?
I kept the lights on in this motherfucker. Me and that little nigga, y'all think?
The little nigga's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nasty. I don't even want to keep talking about it. That's how nasty it is.
Yeah.
All right. Lucky. No, I'm just kidding. But those are the 3 Drake albums. We do have one more to talk, and that's Giveon. He released Beloved Act 2 over the weekend. A madman releasing on this weekend, he is.
Yeah, but hey, luckily it's just a deluxe Act 2.
Yes, what I will say, though, is it's so fucked up this weekend, Cari. Drake is the cover of the R&B. He's the cover of hits. He's the cover of hip-hop. He's the cover of R&B, and I'm sure if you go down here far enough, at least there was on Friday, there was an entire genre of Drake releases 3 albums at once.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's fucking so nasty.
They even had Ebro pubbing Drake.
Oh,
you know he worked for Apple now, but like
he also hates Drake,
right? But like if Ebro was even pubbing the guy, he called it Drake Day. He said May 15th, Friday was Drake Day.
Oh yeah, that's nasty.
You gotta cash some checks, brother.
Wow. That's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, but Giveon Beloved Act 2, 5 new tracks. We talked about it before. 4 of them are features: Kehlani, Leon Thomas, Sasha Kibo, Teddy Swims. I've heard the one with Kehlani and Leon Thomas. Haven't heard the other 3. But those 2 sound amazing. The one with Leon is incredible. And I'm sure the other 5, the other 3, the 5 in total, like together, sound incredible. But again, just didn't have too much time to spend on this album when motherfucking Drake drops 40 songs.
Yeah, when Drake drops 3 albums, you have to know, like, we're not getting to it. I'm sure Lucky was hoping after Iceman, we got to his, and then he found out Drake was dropping 3, and I'm sure he took all that shit back.
Yeah, facts.
I haven't heard anything that wasn't Drake over this weekend. Besides, I played a couple more Action Bronson records. I like that album so much that here and there, like when I'm riding around, I'm gonna get that in. But other than Action Bronson, it's been all Ice, man. It hasn't even been really too much Habibi or No Maid of Honor, of course.
Yeah.
But it's been all Ice, man.
Yep.
So I'll get to Giveon as well because I enjoyed Beloved. Yep. I really, really enjoyed that. So it's something that I know I'm going to have to listen to the part 2 of.
And you're going to enjoy it, trust me. Like the 2 that I've heard, come on. I was like, yeah.
Okay.
He on that shit for sure. But yeah.
Wow. And I love getting on the R&B section and going to best new songs. And the number 1 song right here is Forward.
Oh, man.
The number 1 best new song is Forward, guys.
It's incredible.
Wow. Shout out to City, man. Let's get out of here, though. Let's go to, we got a couple more things before we just get straight in the news.
Yeah.
The Baby. All right, who would have thought that he'd be back to the top of the rap charts for 7 days? Because it's definitely leaving after Iceman.
True. We talked about this, I think, maybe a week ago, or at least kind of just mentioned it about, him climbing up the rap charts. He dropped a remix to this song that had Glorilla and somebody else on it.
Pop that thing.
I can't remember who else was on the track.
I can't remember who else was on it because I'm not a big fan of this record or his last album.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the album pretty much at all. There were a few tracks that I saved and thought were okay, but we talked about how we felt about that, so I'm not going to go deep. This wasn't one of my favorite songs on the album by any means necessary, and I'll be honest, I didn't think that this would even, gain as much traction as it's gained 3 or 4 months later since the album release. But I will say for the Baby, somebody who's obviously been trying to climb since his career took a fall. This is probably the biggest win that he's had in a very long time. So for him, this has to feel good. But for the most part, I don't necessarily think this does much for the baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool that you can climb up a rap chart, but this isn't the baby being introed back to where he was before. I don't want people to think that and think that's why we're talking about it. Just want to give him some love. Like, hey, shout out to you for climbing the rap charts, but there's still a shit ton of more work that you have to do if you plan to get back to where you were in 20, what year was that when we had number one albums? 2019. Like, obviously, I don't think he'll never get a number one album again, but at least just getting back to a level where people want to work with you, or, you know, people want to put you on their album. I think that's what he's climbing for. He's still got a long way to go, bro.
I think it was really good that you mentioned that, because I sat around, and I'm somebody that I'm a really big fan of the baby, and I would love to see him back at the forefront of hip hop. But I'm glad you pointed that out, because you're entirely true. And I think the song choices are very indicative of those things. Like, I can't remember the last one. What's the last big popular record that he had? It was one of those hits that was kind of on the same type of thing as this one.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to think. And what album was it even on? Like, I'm looking through his music, trying to find what the name of that record was. Called a Fireman. She a hot girl.
Oh, yeah.
Put out. But Shake Something, that's what it was called. And it's right here. Shake Something. That's another one of those records that was really big for him, but it's not a DaBaby record. It is, but DaBaby has two types of record. He has his real DaBaby tracks, and he has like the club records to just get the ladies involved. And when you see those records as the ones that go number one or the ones that hit the charts, I already know that's a 15 seconds of fame type of thing. It's not something that's going to stick around.
Yep.
When you hear DaBaby's album records start to go back to the top, and records that aren't about sex or shaking ass go back to the top, that's when I'll really put an eye on DaBaby's career again. But these records are supposed to hit the top. I mean, we're going into the summer. Girls are taking a lot more of their clothes off right now. And he knows he can score a win with the ladies by telling them to shake their fucking ass. Yep. But no, he, like Cari said, there's a lot more work to do if you actually want to rise back up to the top of rap. And I just don't see I don't see DaBaby hitting that ceiling again. I think it's something that was reachable for him and is still reachable, but there's a lot more than music, I believe, that goes into that stuff, and I don't think DaBaby's willing to do any of that stuff anymore. I think he was willing to 7 years ago as a young nigga. But
yeah,
when you get older, you start to make a lot of money in the game, and then all the other money that they throw at you just seems like bullshit. And he seems like he's tired of the bullshit.
Yep.
So congrats on the good record, but yeah, we're not about to see some resurgence of DaBaby to the top of rap.
Not from this record.
No.
Yeah, not at all.
No, not happening. And he's fresh off an album, so like don't expect to see that soon. But let's go ahead and move on from there. Now we can get into the news, Cari. Can you believe it has been 10 years since Chance the Rapper's coloring book has released?
My goodness. I'm going to say no to your question. And I can't necessarily remember if at the start of the year when we were, recapping projects that came out in 2016, if we talked about this one. I hope we did.
I think we did.
Okay. I hope we did. But again, fast forward 4 months later, and getting the news that, yeah, we just like passed the day, I believe, when it released 10 years ago. Man, what a fucking time. What a shocker to realize it's been 10 years. And just what a moment in history for a mixtape to get as much acclaim, win Grammys, and really change the landscape of rap at the time. Like, it was an incredible piece of work and still is 10 years later.
Yeah. And I'm just sticking to one thing that you said, because it truly did change the landscape of rap. Now, I don't think it altered the landscape of rap forever. But this was the point. And Lil Uzi Vert was out, but Lil Uzi Vert wasn't the biggest in the world yet. Believe it or not, we were living in a world where Chance the Rapper was a much bigger artist than Lil Uzi Vert. Mm-hmm. And I brought in Lil Uzi Vert because he came in from SoundCloud, and Chance the Rapper was the first artist you really saw break the mold from SoundCloud and see that translate to the DSPs, and he actually become a very successful artist in the mainstream. Coloring Book did that for him. I also think, and this was just a crazy time you were living in, or that we were living in. Chance the Rapper was very buck the system, was very, I won't sign a label, like a major label contract. Very, you niggas are the devil and I'm with God, like no Illuminati type shit. He was very buck the system, and it worked for him. Now, I do think you get to look at the year 2026, see what happened to Chance the Rapper's career, and realize they only gave him a brief bit of success. And I think that's because they wanted him to join the team. And when they ultimately finished, like found out that he wasn't going to join the team, that they were like, all right, do away with him. But 2016 was a wonderland for Chance the Rapper. The music was amazing. The concerts were free. The albums were free. This is when he was telling niggas like, yeah, throw it on Apple Music and throw it on iTunes, but free. We're not even charging for it. I remember him talking about how that he regretted that.
What you realized is what this album was.
Yeah, I remember he talked about how he regretted it, but at the same time he didn't, because nobody was realizing how big on big he was going off of the Chance hats.
Right.
He made himself a millionaire just off of those Chance 3 hats. Mm-hmm. Just an amazing time. Like, we were in college. A lot of those records are records that you never would hear in a club or a party ever again, but you were hearing Chance the Rapper playing at parties and clubs. You don't want zero problems, big fella. Like, man, you might have had your shirt waving around like a helicopter, like you were Petey Pablo. Justin Bieber features on the Chance the Rapper record.
Wayne, 2 Chainz,
Wayne, Kanye.
Blessings.
Yeah.
Is that the name of that?
Music is all we got. We have a few of them. Music is all we got.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, there were just an incredible album, one that we don't talk about enough from the 2010s period, but that's just because I believe we've let mainstream media condition us to take Chance the Rapper's name out of that conversation. But he most definitely belongs in the conversation, one of the best artists and lyricists of our time, and especially that decade.
For sure.
And the mid 2010s wouldn't be the same, and music in that time period wouldn't be the same without Chance. Sorry, super long-winded, but that album meant a lot to us.
For sure. The last part I'll just add to, like you said, I don't think music, I don't think DSPs, I don't think streaming, all of that, labels, a lot of things would be different if Chance didn't approach this album the way he did in 2016. Yes. If we didn't get this album in 2016, because like you mentioned at first, when it was released, it was strictly like an Apple Music exclusive.
Yep.
I remember that. You know what I mean? So even that, just thinking about that today, nobody's doing that. You know what I mean? Like, and then taking it, like you said, from SoundCloud and, you know, moving over to the DSPs and really breaking the mold, breaking the system and doing it your own way, doing it creatively your own way. Distributing your music your own way, selling your own brand and merch, doing your tours and shows your own way. It's just a lot of things that Chance was doing at the time, 2015, 2016. A lot of people would look at him crazy, and they were looking at him crazy. But you said it perfectly. It's like it was working for him.
It worked.
You know what I mean? So although it may have been different or something that we've never seen before, people didn't really think, you know, believing it at the time, it was working. It was undeniable. And it's important, although, you know, his career maybe didn't afterwards go the way that he had planned or thought or foresaw, you know, from all of the success in 2016.
Yeah, but that shit right there.
That shit, that moment, you won Grammys for that. Like, everything about it doesn't even matter what happened next, because we're always going to be able to talk about that moment, 2016, Chance the Rapper, Coloring Book. Amazing time, bro. And we fast forward 10 years later, He's celebrating. He's talking about the legacy. He's doing a whole concert.
A tour,
I'm sorry, for the album. He's releasing a 10-year anniversary vinyl. I'm like, I love when we can give flowers and give love to niggas for things like this, bro. So it's starting in August, starting in Chicago, obviously, and then going all the way through October and ending in Pittsburgh. He's doing hella shows, man. So that's going to be nice. If you're a huge Chance fan, want to see him perform 10 years of the Coloring Book, check that out, man.
Yeah, and I truly just appreciate how that album like catapulted him into success. Mm-hmm. Like, do I believe there's a project before that by him that's probably better? Yes. But Coloring Book was just it was larger than life. It was larger than fucking life. Now that's a good way to explain it. Like, you got to watch an underground SoundCloud rapper become larger than life right before your eyes.
Yep.
And because it was no major label, and of course we weren't rappers, but the part that made it much better was on some you can do this too type shit. Yep. Like, no major backing, this off the strength.
Yep.
My dad just worked for Obama.
Just happened to be from Chicago.
Yeah.
And I know Kanye.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And he put a lot of money into the album.
So much so that he got the intro track.
Yeah, like, and all of this is off the strength.
Oh, man.
I'm not a plant.
Shout out to Chance.
Yeah, and shout out, he's the first nigga they were calling an industry plant in the fucking rap game. I remember when he came out, and they were like, oh, he's an industry plant. His dad is on the Obama administration. We were like, no. No, not Lil Chano from 79.
Not Lil Chano.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fan of the show. Shout out to Chance as well. Like,
for sure.
One of the first, like, you know, I guess niggas from the industry that gave love to us.
Yeah, one of the probably the first ever to reach out, show love to us.
Yeah, bro, that was fire.
Shout out Chance. Yeah,
for sure.
That was crazy.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
That shit was crazy.
Holy shit, Chance the rapper. Yeah,
that shit was lit.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't hear any of the other pods where we totally fucking obliterated his projects.
Well, hopefully you hear this one though.
Yeah,
because we just gave nothing but love for Coloring Book.
Absolutely, because that's what it deserves.
And Starline, shit, we gave hella love.
Starline got all the love in the world once it released.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But no, on the rollout to Starline,
yeah, we was on that
nigga. We was mad at you. Oh shit, we was mad, like, because he was dropping that fucking heat, bro. He was dropping heat every other day.
Yeah, bro.
Had a new scheme for the videos, the words, the way. And it's just like every week went by and we didn't get none of that shit. Man, Chance, you was making me mad as fuck. Yeah, you make me mad as fuck, bro.
Facts, bro. Facts.
All right, well, let's move on. We're at a Chance the Rapper. Let's go Kodak Black, Cari, because we talked about him being arrested on drug trafficking charges. Mm-hmm. He's been arrested again since we had that conversation.
Yeah, this was like Thursday night, right?
Yeah,
Thursday evening or something when we got this news.
From what I'm reading right here, sheesh. I thought I had it all up, guys. But basically, he was booked this past week for resisting arrest, eluding police officers, and not necessarily the biggest charges in the world. They could be big charges, but when you faced as big of charges as Kodak Black has faced in his life, this is like jaywalking to Kodak Black. Mm-hmm. But I wanted this to go in here to kind of highlight what we talked about last week. And this isn't my own quote, guys, so if this sounds great, don't quote me. This is Samuel L. from Juice. Sometimes you can see somebody sliding down a razor blade hill into an alcohol river. Like, and that's for like the last 9 or 10 years is what you've been seeing happen to Kodak Black. And there'll be points in time where people will come in and save him, or like his sentence may end and it's like, oh, cool. Cause I thought they were going to just keep beating the shit out of him there in jail. Yeah. Or his sentence may end and it's like, oh man, he wasn't looking good in there. Or he was doing a jail sentence that it looked like he was doing really bad. And it's like, oh, the president of the United States just comes and saves him from this issue. Or he'll get in a lot of trouble and the judge will give him house arrest or give him some sort of probation or something like that. But all in all, you never see the trajectory go back up. Mm-hmm. Even if there's a bailout, it just keeps sliding down and down and down and down and down. And that's where it is for Kodak Black. It's not even always, I mean, of course, I'm sure a lot of stuff is drug fueled, but it's not even the drugs we're talking about all the time. It's just him slipping. Yeah. And I don't have too much for this because it's not that big, but that highlighted more, like I said, what I was talking about last week when we were talking, do you see Kodak do a prison sentence? Kodak's going to prison.
Yeah, at this point, this is why this was so weird and confusing to me, because the last time we were here, all right, when we recorded, we talked about, you know, it being like, I forget what they called the exact words, but him and his lawyer kind of worked it out where it's like, I'm basically turning myself in. So it doesn't look like I'm evading or running or whatever. And then fast forward 1 to 2 days later, now I am evading, you know? So I'm just like, I'm just confused by this entire situation. But just to wrap it up, like you said, at this point, I can't remember if I didn't agree or disagree with you on the last episode, but yes, I think at this point you're going to see him go back to jail.
Yeah, you disagreed last time.
I did. Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to see, let me change. You're going to see him go to jail, and you are going to see him, I think, sit and do a bid, bro. And it may be the best situation for him because, like you just said, you know, we already know the path. You know what's at the end of that path. It ain't great. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, bro. You just hope the guy get help. You hope the guy really recognize, like...
I'm done with hoping he gets help because we've been hoping he gets help for years, and clearly the niggas around him, as long as you fuel them with money, drugs, and more opportunities to the next night out, like, they're going to enable Kodak Black. They enable Kodak Black, and I forgot the fucking verse or exactly what he says in Sacrifices, J. Cole. Talking about how, like, he don't be having niggas around him to tell him no. Mm-hmm. Like, and that's literally in the, like, you don't have niggas around you to tell you no. You so rich that niggas want, like, the money to stay flowing in their pockets that they won't tell you no. Because they know if they tell you no, like, this might start a rift between me and you. You might stop fucking with me. I might get cut off. I might not be a part of the team anymore. Yeah. But telling that nigga no is what's best for him.
You're right. What I meant more so, like, getting help this time was like if he goes in.
Oh yeah, I wasn't rebutting you.
Yeah,
I wasn't rebutting you.
I'm just saying that, like, I meant that in that situation. Like, if he does go in, I hope, like, this time, which is crazy to say, like, hope this time he recognizes, because the nigga done been in how many times and it ain't worked, you know? So, like, but no, everything you said, bro, 100%, man. Yeah,
I got it right here. It's Cole, his verse in Sacrifices. I've been so disconnected. My perspective is ignorant. When you rich niggas don't want to correct you, say something crazy, they won't interject. Do any drug that you want, they gonna let you. Dangerous when there's nobody to check you. I be having to check myself. Nigga, stop holding that money. You know you got plenty. I be having to spread myself.
Come on, nigga.
Come on, man. Like,
that nigga cold,
but
bro.
that part to do every drug that they want, they gonna let you.
Yeah.
Like,
thanks, bro.
That's for Kodak. Jesus Christ. Stop letting this nigga do drugs because he has money. All right.
Move it on.
Yeah, we can move on there. We joked the last pod about the Swatch AP release, but the weekend has passed, Cari.
Yeah.
The Swatch AP Royal Pop collaboration has passed.
Yeah.
It's out. It's out now. There was a frenzy this whole weekend over these watches.
Yeah.
So much of a fucking frenzy. Niggas fighting, niggas threatening violence over each other.
Yeah.
Swatch had to come out and be like, guys, this is not a limited edition release. You'll be able to go into the store as soon as these restock and grab your AP. Like, they're not going away.
Right.
There wasn't a limited amount. Check the site. Like, they gonna tell you which stores you can get to. They got them. Okay.
Facts, bro.
And I like that though. That's let everybody know, like, hey, calm down.
Right.
Everybody's gonna have a chance to get the watch if the watch is what you so want.
Yep.
I like that because I wasn't about to go get killed this weekend. I am still waiting on some niggas to make that. I want Royal Pop and Swatch themselves, because I feel like at some point they're gonna come out with that band for it.
They gotta do the wristwatch, bro.
They've already made it a part where you can pop the what's it called? The pocket watch part completely off. that's what let me know, like, oh, y'all niggas are gonna make a band. And it's Swatch. Swatch's entire hanging line is being able to swatch the band. Like, you can swap the band out. That's why they're called Swatch.
So it's just the face that you can pull out of the little
you can pull the face out of the pocket watch and attach it to
they gonna have
and literally, like I said, that's every Swatch. You can take the face off and customize the band. That's why they're called Swatch.
Okay.
So yeah, I was under the impression sooner or later we're gonna get that, which is why I've been holding on. If time goes that far and there's not, I might cop a third party band or whatever.
Yeah.
But it went crazy this weekend, Cari. First release weekend, they treated it like the 2011 Concord release.
Yep.
And y'all, I watched niggas die during the 2011. I mean, stomped over, died. I watched niggas die, not watched, but of course we saw it all over the news.
Right.
We watched niggas die from being trampled over them shoes. They were doing the same thing over there. Like,
I know, bro. That's why I'm like, this shit was insane. Which is why, like you mentioned, it was very important for Swatch to come out and make that statement. You save lives.
Everybody will get a chance, guys. You can honestly go home.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about a nigga, because I saw people already like, oh, if you want this off me, the price going to $5,000. They cut all that shit out when Royal Pop when Royal Pop was like, they're gonna restock.
Yeah. So again, you save lives by doing that, but you also save the brand, right? And you save the markets, because I mean, a lot of people that are in these lines or that are purchasing these things, whether it's jewelry, fashion, shoes, they're doing it to resell, and that takes away from the benefit of people who really want this shit. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them for making that statement. I just wanted to say that because again, it was very important to calm the nerves and the people that were in these lines. And like I saw, I think they was in Miami. Of course, it was crazy here in Dallas as well. I saw the lines were insane, but I saw Michael Beasley.
Yes,
of all people,
he had to stand up and tell niggas like, go the fuck on.
Like, bro, y'all got Michael Beasley being a spokesperson.
This Swatch, but you're not getting no AP today. He literally let niggas know, like, nobody here is getting an AP today. If you didn't already get an AP, you're not getting one today.
I'm like, bro, this is terrible.
I was like, damn, he own a Swatch store?
I'm like, this is terrible, bro.
Oh my God, does this nigga own a Swatch store?
He might, shit.
I was like, or did they just task him knowing that he don't give a fuck with telling them like, hey, look, Bees, please tell these niggas we don't have anything else.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I do, like you said, I think it was very crowd control-ish and a good job on AP and Swatch's part to let people know, don't do this to our stores, because you're going to have every opportunity in the world to purchase a watch.
Yep. Save the reputation of the brand, bro.
And also knowing the problems existing that we talked about with AP, and that they do have to recoup some bread.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the lawsuits trouble that they in.
It would have been insane to think this was a limited edition release anyway. Like, if the point was to reach down to the everyday consumer, to get the everyday consumer to buy, you weren't gonna get any money selling $400 bands, nigga.
Exactly.
Exactly, bro. Yeah, so this has to be something that they're gonna restock. Mm-hmm. Now, and that's even funnier to me, because when they drop that band, AP wearers are going to be so pissed off that the game is watered down to them. Because do you know how pissed off niggas must have been when they found out this ain't no limited edition? Like, this is not a limited edition. This is not something that is running out anytime soon.
Right.
Week by week, niggas can come in and water your game down. Like, this is a $400 AP, nigga. Oh my God, I can't. I'm about to go get that AP and water the game down on these fuck niggas. I can't wait to water the game down on you niggas.
Come on now.
But yeah, I'm not mad about anything that's going on with AP. I think they've handled the crowd control stuff the right way. Of course, there was a frenzy, but I think letting people know, hey, you can get your watch. That did a lot of justice. I'm not mad at all. I'm not.
No complaints from me.
Going forward in our news, let's talk Instagram, Cari. Instagram has a new feature, and by new feature, I mean Instagram has found another company to steal their idea, tell us that it's new, and then put that business out of fucking business.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything you've seen on Instagram since Instagram opened or anything past the regular photo post, Instagram has stolen and used it as their own. And it is now not a trademark, but a staple of Instagram's platform itself. And by that, I'm sure everybody was like, oh my God, everything after the picture. Everything after the picture, my nigga.
Literally.
The video came from Vine. Of course, we get to make videos as long as we want now, but the video was originally like 6 seconds. I think 10 maybe, because I think 10, they wanted to up Vine. Right. And you can make a 10-second video. That came in like 2014 or something like that. Yep. Right after that, Cari, you get stories.
Game changer.
Stories didn't steal from anybody, did they? Oh no.
We both laughed.
They just put Snapchat under a fucking bridge. Like literally turn these niggas homeless. Have you seen that Grant Cardone video where he was like, man, I took out 2 loans to get here, and then Grant's like, oh, homeless dude, take your Bro, the nigga wasn't even homeless. He just came to one of his seminars and he was like, man, I took out 2 loans to get here. I don't even have a hotel tonight. And without even asking questions, Grant Cardone was like, give it up, man, homeless dude. But no, that's exactly what happened over here at Snapchat. Turn these niggas homeless. Nah, bro. And now, if anybody's familiar with the Lock It app, they've done the exact same thing. Lock It is an app where basically you can add all of your friends. You can take a picture, and when your friends open the app, it's almost like opening a locket. You'll see the picture, and once you close it, it goes away. You won't see it again. Almost like a story, but it's instantly disappearing. It'll never be seen again. There's no 10 seconds. As long as you see it, like you swipe it away, it's gone. It'll never be able to watch it again for another 10 seconds. It's over.
And you can't screenshot it.
Yeah, you can't screenshot it. Yeah. That is called the Lock It app. Instagram has taken that, and it is now called Instagram Instants. So in an instant, you can take a photo, post it, and it'll be gone in an instant, Cari. So that's the newest addition to Instagram's platform. They've pillaged the company. I mean, they've pillaged the community and companies yet again.
Put them under the bridge.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm already highly irritated with the instance.
I don't like it. I don't see the point. Like stories and videos and all the things you mentioned before that they adapted or stole and then adapted and made their own, right? I understood that it grew their platform. But this one, I don't see the point in this one. First off, it's just in the way.
Yep.
In your message app, it's in the bottom right corner. Like most of the time I'm clicking on the shit on accident.
Yes, I'm trying to DM.
Like bro, like get this away from me. And the shit that people are posting so far, it's just annoying. Like I don't get it, and I don't want to see y'all. I can already see you on the story. I don't need an instant picture because most of y'all just posting bullshit. Y'all look crazy on this shit. I'm like, bro, I don't need this.
That's where I'm sitting with it the most. Honestly, you could have given me instants or you could have given me stories. The fact that we have both, it's totally unnecessary, and we've already been accustomed to stories. So just leave us at the fucking stories. Yeah. Had instants came out when stories came out and we didn't have stories, I'd probably be looking at instant like, hey, let's just keep that. We don't need your fucking stories. Yep. But having them both there is unnecessary. Just put your picture in one fucking place.
Exactly.
And there's 3 fucking places to put your pictures now. You can put it on your page, you can put it on your Insta, you can put it on your story. God damn.
Exactly, like, bro. It don't make sense. It don't make sense.
Like, I don't even use the, what's it called? The message thing.
The notes.
The notes.
Yeah.
I use notes for like the first time in fucking 3 years just to let you niggas know to stop using instants. I'm fucking tired of it. Like, I got homegirls on there that I shit you not, 12 to 13 posts in a row. Bitch, I don't like seeing you on your page that much.
Exactly.
I don't need to see that. Like, give me one picture. Like, and if people were on instance, maybe one little picture, or if you're out at dinner, a quick little picture of the plate, and then you add it there.
You gone.
No, they're posting when they're getting ready to go. They taking a picture when they in the Uber on the way there. They're taking a picture of dinner. They're taking a picture of the dinner. They're taking a picture when they get to the club. They're taking a picture of the bottle girls. They're taking a picture of the DJ. They're taking a picture of the Uber back home. Taking a picture of the blunt they and that girl smoke when they get back to the crib. I don't need to see it, bitch.
Yep. And then this is what's killing me, because stories have grown to be, you know, sort of like a staple. People want stories to look a certain way. It got to almost be perfect, right?
Right.
As far as not only how it's presented, but how you may look in the story, right? So I'm just saying to say people typically won't post bullshit on their stories as far as like how they look, how they're presented. Bro, on the instance, I'm realizing how ugly some of y'all
Bonnets.
are. Like, y'all are ugly. I'm like, oh my God.
Fresh off the way, I woke up like this. Go to sleep, bitch.
Like, bro, y'all are ugly. So that's why I'm like, I don't want to see that, bro. I'm annoyed with it already. Very irritated with the shit already. It don't make sense to me at all.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Like a lot of the stuff that they've added post stories, I haven't been a fan of. Like you said, the notes. I'm not a big fan of notes. Like even as a music guy, I don't like adding music to my notes. And maybe I'm missing it, but did Instagram take off where you can add a song to your page?
No, it's still on there.
Okay, because I haven't seen that in a while. Now that's the only thing like I can probably get with. I don't do it, but I can get with adding a story because I've had a fucking MySpace. Now, if you let me add more than one song, I can really start freaking this shit right now.
Yeah, if you can have a playlist on your shit on your page, that'd be fire.
Yeah, like let me, and y'all have all the music licensed already. So why don't you just give us that option and do something fucking productive?
Right. Yeah, that'd be way better.
That'd be fucking fire, bro.
Yeah. Like come to my page. These are 5 songs I'm jamming right now. Like,
and actually let the song play while you look at my picture. Like with the Instagram picture, the Instagram song, when you start going through the grid, it stops the fucking music. Yeah. I don't want that shit. All right, sorry.
You good. You're good, man.
Moving forward, though. Are we done with the Instagram?
I'm done.
All right, Cari. We got one more topic to talk, and we're in the sports section now. NBA Finals. We're at the NBA Finals. We've gotten down to 2 teams.
4 teams.
My apologies. I meant to say
conference final.
Yeah, 2 different finals. We're at San Antonio versus OKC, and we're at Detroit versus who else?
So Detroit and Cleveland actually have game 7.
Oh, okay.
Tonight, Sunday, right? We're recording Sunday, so they play tonight to see who's going to play the Knicks in the conference finals, the last 4. So we can start there. Game 7 tonight again. Detroit Pistons in Detroit against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Who wins?
Detroit.
Detroit wins.
Ooh. What do you think wins?
I want Detroit to win. Okay. I do think they win. They're at home. They should win. I like Cade, obviously being from the area.
Yep.
So always gonna root for him. And yeah, Donovan Mitchell, I'm a huge fan of him as well. He's just never been able to get over the hump.
Yep.
So, and I don't think it's gonna happen tonight.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But we'll see. I think this game 7 probably going to be the best game 7 that we've had the playoffs so far. There's been a few. I can't remember the exact teams.
But this is probably going to be the best playoff game we've seen this whole series.
For sure. So can't wait. I think that comes on sometime tonight, like 8 o'clock or something. So definitely going to watch that. But once we get to the last 4, who do you think comes out of the West and the East and makes it to the finals?
Of course, you got that whole monster of San Antonio and Wemby, but OKC looks as good as they have ever fucking looked, Cari. These niggas have gone through the entire fucking playoffs. They haven't lost a game.
Yeah.
Like, they look like, as an opponent, knowing you have this team up, like, this is terrifying. And I'm not even trying to gas them up.
Nah, you speaking real.
Because honestly, like, I look at them compared to the teams we grew up on, and they don't look as like intimidating
exactly.
or strong.
Exactly.
But coming up on a team in the conference finals and they're 8-0, I'm terrified. If I'm San Antonio, unless you're Wemby himself, you're terrified. Everybody else on that team is terrified.
Yeah. The only thing, or only reason why they may not be, is just because of the history of these two teams.
Of this team,
they've been smacking them all season.
Yes.
But what you're saying is 100% correct. Like, without that, knowing that they're not only the defending champs, SGA just got the 2nd MVP in a row.
They ain't lost yet. They looking to roll over your ass.
They coming with that shit. So yeah,
they're looking to roll over you.
If I'm not like thinking of the history and knowing that we've beat these niggas before,
yes,
I'm intimidated.
And San Antonio versus OKC have been dogfights during the season.
Oh man, it's been beautiful.
This is going to be a lovely series to watch.
Man, it's gonna be amazing. But
they're gonna lose some games during this one.
For sure. They're not finna go for on these niggas. This hoe should and probably will go 7. Yeah. But to your answer though, I'm sorry, to the question that I asked as far as who comes out and wins, OKC should win this because they are, the defending champs.
They're the better overall team to me.
Better overall team. They have the experience. It's only one person on the Spurs team who even was in the playoffs prior to this season, De'Aaron Fox. Nobody else on the team had even had a playoff series. So just off experience, off of, again, being the defending champs, OKC should win. I think they will win. But at the same time, I want to see the Spurs win.
I do want to see the Spurs win. I would love to see the Spurs, not even just for this squad there, to see the Spurs go back. I would love that.
Yeah, for sure. So it's going to be tough, man. In that West, it's going to be tough, though. But again, I think OKC should win and probably will win. But if the Spurs win, I'm not going to be mad. I'll come back and say, like, yeah, I could have probably saw this. Again, I'm only going OKC simply based off of experience and just knowing, like, if they lose this year, I know they got draft picks and things, but OKC team going to look different in a couple of years. So, like, this is the moment.
This is the moment. Like, if you're going to go back to back, we got to go back to back here.
You got to go win right here. So, looking forward to them. On the East, I mean, New York has shown that they got it, but I'm just not a believer in New York, bro. But
because of the past? Is it because of the past?
The past, but
they've been fighting a long way to get here.
True. And the only reason why I still feel like they're gonna come out is because, like, whether it's Cleveland or Detroit, they're better than both of those teams, if you ask me. So again, like, New York has just, never shown that they have the ability to get over the hump. This may be the year though where the New York Knicks go to the NBA Finals, which is crazy.
New York has been dying.
They've been trying to get there for so long. Bro.
Dying. And what's crazy, and I never thought this, but apparently other niggas thought this. I never thought Melo would be the one to take New York to the finals. Now there were points where people really thought that.
They wasn't watching.
But it's crazy. I mean, there's a better overall collective team around them now. But it's crazy to think we had an era where an NBA all-time great like Melo wasn't gonna lead them to the ship. But Jalen Brunson is.
It's all about timing, bro.
Yes, timing and like the collective team around you. Exactly. Like if Melo would have had the team around him, they would have won. I still don't think that New York would have ever won back then.
Yeah, but you're correct. As far as always, the team, having a collective team like around you is always the number one. But when I say timing, like this year and even last year for New York, they lost to the Pacers, which they could have maybe won. But this year, again,
there's no Tyrese.
Boston is out. You know what I mean? The Sixers got out. I'm forgetting who else was at the top of the East this year. But again, when I say timing, going back to Melo, although if he did have a collective better team around him, you still got to get through Braun. You still got to get through whoever was dominating.
You had to get through fucking
the Pacers back
I was going to say PG and Lance Stevenson. You had to get through those Pacers. LeBron had to get through those Pacers.
It was tough back then. So that's why I say timing. It's always just about, like, you got to get lucky in the playoffs, bro.
Yeah.
In the Super Bowl, like, you got to get lucky.
And
nigga.
By lucky, like, he doesn't mean, like, just pure luck. But, I mean, you have to have the right team with the right time, with the right games, and the right,
sometimes a game, like a bounce that goes your way, a shot that goes your way. Like
the fact that Game 7 was in your city that night, like
bro.
All of that shit, that's what you mean by you got to get lucky. Everything, the stars have to line up for you.
Yep. And this year, I think it's aligning for the New York Knicks finally.
Good for the New York Knicks, though. Like I've never been a hater of the Knicks. I've just always laughed and no bullshit, no shit talk, almost on some like Cowboys fan shit, because the New York Knicks for the NBA treat that shit like the Cowboys. Like, nigga, we'll be here next year, though. We'll be there next year. We'll be there next year. And it's like, whatever, dude. And these niggas then finally got there. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out New York, for real.
For sure.
Shout out RJ Barrett.
Ain't even there.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, still.
I was gonna say he fighting for his way in right now, though.
He built the groundwork though.
He's still trying to,
Facts. Without RJ, like they traded his ass for some nice pieces, so it's still on him.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Take your punk ass to Toronto, nigga.
He from there too, so that's funny.
Take your punk ass back up north, nigga. I'd be mad as fuck if I was RJ right now. These niggas finna go get a ring. I gotta listen to Iceman. I got Iceman for free. I got a free copy of Iceman.
They done froze the seats.
Yeah,
I game. Like get the.
I was competing for a fucking ship. These niggas shipped me to Iceman.
Man, that's crazy. Oh, that's it for me though, bro. I'm good.
Oh yeah, I think that is our last topic. Yeah. All right, guys. I think that does it for us. Check out the Iceman. Check out what RJ Barrett's got going. We'll see you guys back for episode 420 of the Rise and Grind podcast, man. I'm Roderick.
I'm Cari.
Let's get out of here.